Alright, everybody. Let's turn my favorite song off here and I can start talking about some stuff. But I can't do it with the song on because I can't hear myself think. There we go. That's nice and ambient. Right. Um, so I had a comment on one of my other videos the other day, basically just asking how do we get such a stupid amount of AoE with this build, right? Like, blowing up the entire screen. And obviously it's even bigger in maps when I've got all my buffs up, which do not activate in the hideout. We'll just quickly show that in here. Make sure the stream looks okay, yeah. So now that we've got all our buffs going and auto exertion and all that good shit, we can bonk, and I mean, like, it's pretty much the entire screen. And this is only going to get a little bit bigger as we keep building the build up as well. Especially with the new power charges that I've added in. Oh, I've got lots to talk about today. Anyway, so the way that this works, I'm gonna then take you there. I'm just gonna have a bit of a quick explain, and then I'm gonna clip this, what I'm about to say, and I will hopefully send it to that other commenter on one of the last videos. Yep, I knew because of that long loading time, there's gonna be a shitload of people in this encampment. Right, so the way it works, kind of like the build in a nutshell, is we've got Ice Crash, right? Ice Crash is here. That is linked to these support gems. We've got Pulverize support, that doesn't do anything for AoE. Elemental Damage doesn't do anything for AoE. Fist of War, actually that does do something for AoE. Just reading that there. The Boosted Slams have 58% increased area of effect. And that's when it goes all red like that. And it happens very quick. Like, that's pretty much every second, I would say. Does it tell us? No more than once every 1.84 seconds. So this increases the AoE. It's quick. Like, if I do a one after that, you can see it's a little bit smaller. But that's pretty much constantly proccing, okay? So we've got that. And then finally, that's it, right? Nothing there. So it's like, yeah, might be confusing. How are we doing that much AoE? Okay, so this is where we get to, oh, excuse me, some of the war cries. I believe this one up here, Seismic Cry. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong here. Actually, we can test it live. Seismic Cry, if we buff that up as well. It looks about the same size to me. I have that in a auto exertion setup, and my understanding with auto exertion is that the if you read here, it will trigger the war cry, but it does not grant buffs or charges. So it is fully possible that that's not even giving me that 50% extra area of effect. But so I think it is because the buffs are above that. If you look at what it says on the tooltip here, it says it counts the total power of enemies in range and it gives me more armor and stun threshold and stuff like that. From my understanding, that is the buff, but I still get the exertion part. So I'm still getting that 50% increased area of effect there. So that's another source of mega AoE. Then, over on our lovely skill tree here, we've got so much stuff that increases AoE. I believe the first one is down here. If you look at our Axe Mastery, that says 30% increased damage while in Blood Stance. You'll see me using that for bosses, but 15% increased area of effect in Sand Stance. So when I'm mapping, I will be staying in Sand Stance, and you've probably heard me talking about that a couple times on the build. And then when there's a beefy rare or a map boss or something like that, then we swap back to Blood Stance for the increased damage instead. So we've got that. Next up, with this build, we have a lot of endurance charges as a Juggernaut. We basically get this here, a chance to gain endurance charges when we're hit. We've got extra endurance charges if we've been hit recently. We've got +1 max endurance charges here. We've got one here. I'm pretty sure there's another one somewhere there. Like, you get a whole bunch. There's one down here as well, and I've even got on my boots a corruption, +1 to max endurance charges, right? Now, the reason that this is important is because for these endurance charges, if we look up here, we get 6% increased area of effect per endurance charge, and we've got 8 of them now. So that's, again, just an insane amount of AoE being added on. And then, I mean, just to point it out here, we've got 8% increased damage per endurance charge there. We've got another 8% down here. And we've got another 3% in here. So it is a beefy amount of damage and a beefy amount of AoE coming out. I'm sure I've actually missed some other things that are increasing our AoE right now, but like those are the ones that come to mind off the top of my head. I'll have a quick look real quick here. But that might be everything. And that's essentially how it's juiced up. I just realized I could actually refund that as well. That's not doing too much for me. Let's put it in there. Yeah, I think to my knowledge, there may be some additional things that are increasing it, but like that's the big stuff, right? We've got Seismic Cry, Sand Stance, Fist of War support, and all of our endurance charges when we're roaming around. Any of these flasks do it? Don't think so. So there you go. That's how we're having really big AoE. Hopefully I can figure out with YouTube how to clip that, and I'll send it to you in the comments instead. And that will help you, accelerate this build some more, because it is really fun. When you're mapping, you do want to be staying in sand stance and just absolutely blowing up the screen. So that's pretty awesome. And then the next thing I want to talk about, let me get a few things up here. I believe on the build on stream yesterday, I bought this belt. I'm not sure if I did, but basically we got the Oscarm gloves going, and because of that, all our resists were fucked. So I had to just buy a budget belt for now. I think this thing was like less than 10 chaos or something. I can't quite remember. Anyway, that has shored us up for now. It's not great long term, but the other thing I wanted to talk about that I did do was I did a bit of theory crafting yesterday for about like half an hour after the stream, because I noticed that in Path of Building on the build guide, we had marked down as we have 4 power charges. And I couldn't quite figure out where on earth we're getting power charges from, right? So I asked the build creator, and he said we're getting them from these gloves. So we trigger level 10 Assassin's Mark when we hit a rare or unique enemy and we don't have a mark up at the moment, okay? So I had to look into that a bit more, and it looks like Assassin's Mark, when we kill the rare mob, that will give us 1 power charge. So I was like, okay, that's good, right? At least now I know where they're coming from. But it certainly wasn't 4. Now, power charges are pretty interesting. They're not, like, crucial to the build, but I was very, very interested in them because it raises your crit chance by a shitload. We're talking, of course it wouldn't tell me up here, but if we look up at the power charges, the top left of the screen, it says it gives us increased crit chance. And mine is pretty low at the moment. If we go and look at Ice Crash here, you can see my main hand crit chance. I know I'm on budget gear, right? But it's just shy of 36%. And I think it might be at least 5% extra crit chance for each power charge. So if we could get 4 power charges, that would be really, really good. So obviously I knew how to get 1, which was to kill a rare mob. But when I did a bit of testing, it didn't seem like we could get more than 1. So what I did instead was I had a quick look on the passive tree, which we'll go up to up here, and I found a super, super, super cheap anointment. Long term, we want this, right? So we can be applying Assassin's Mark and Frostbite to enemies, and that will just juice our damage up. But in the short term, I was like, what could we anoint to get some of these power charges, to get some of this crit coming in? And I found this little fella hidden up here. It gives us a power charge at all times, so that's 5% extra crit, I think, an 8% chance to gain a power charge and kill, and an 8% increased damage per power charge. So with this setup, we've always got 1 power charge. If I kill a rare mob with Assassin's Marker, I'm pretty sure that's a guaranteed chance to get another one. So we get 2, and it looked like, I'm not entirely sure why, if I'm being completely honest with you, but when I've done some testing, I was sustaining 3 power charges throughout the maps I've done. As soon as we blow up a rare mob, because this thing here gives us an 8% chance to gain 1 on kill, we always sustain it. I mean, obviously you're only going to probably have 1 up for the boss fight, unless there's ads in the boss fight, but that's still really good, right? So, yeah, just like running through the blood aqueducts or something, this 35% crit chance went to 50% crit chance instantly for the entire map. That's really, 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 really good. So that was pretty cool. So that's the big thing at the moment. you can anoint Disciple of the Forbidden for 3 black oils, 3 black tar heroin from Faustus here. And when I did that yesterday, that was about 2 chaos each. If we look at black oil right now, okay, it's gone up a little bit. You could probably put an order in for 1 for 3 chaos, and you'd probably get that filled within 10 to 20 minutes. I think someone would probably sell for that, right? But I mean, it's not that much more to just buy 3 of them for the current ratio. It's really cheap, right? So I've got a terrible necklace here. The long-term one that we want is really good for our build, but this thing I just slapped on Disciple of the Forbidden. It feels really good. I would recommend it. And so then the last thing I want to talk about, which I thought was really funny this morning and made me feel a bit better. I was looking on Path of Building, which we'll pull it up here, right? And I was looking at Hero Evermore's build that he just posted last night. Really great. And I was like, damn, his hit DPS is so much more than mine on Path of Building. Now, remember that the tooltip DPS you get in-game here, mine says 110,000. This doesn't calculate like correctly at all. It's a long-known fact that doesn't count. You want to use something like Path of Building to actually figure out how much damage you're doing. But I went and looked at his, and I think we're basically around the same level. We've got probably the same budget gear for now, right? And I was like, why is this hit DPS so much more than 826,000? Now, like yesterday when I was looking at Path of Building, I was at 300,000. I was like, what the hell have I done wrong? So I was looking through his configuration. I was looking through everything, trying to suss this out, right? And yeah, look here, 487,000 when I was playing around with it a bit more. So obviously here I put in those 3 power charges we've got. We've got 8 endurance charges. We've got 3 frenzy charges. All of that's fine. I'm happy with all of that. But why was mine so much lower? And I think I found it this morning, and I just started laughing when I found it. I think in my other weapon here, if you look in this other link, we've got the shitty old Ice Crash gem that we leveled to 20, and I couldn't over-level to level 1 with 20% quality because that's been removed from the game. And then I've got another one that I was leveling to swap in, and that's just linked to this melee physical damage. And Path of Building, this entire time I've been looking at it, has decided, yeah, man, that's your skills right there. So this is actually what it's been showing me on the left. So if we delete that, get ready here. I was going under the assumption I had 487,000 damage, right? Get ready. If we delete that and go to the new Ice Crash, look at that. That's a bit better. That's a bit better, right? 2.4 rounded up million. Holy fuck. When I realized that, I was like, okay, that's a little bit better. And we can even take this point out here. It's probably going to go down a smidge when I do that, but we want to go up towards this these 3 points there. So 2.32 million at the moment. Holy shit. So it's feeling good. I'm very tempted to get rid of this cluster jewel when I can, just to get the points. I'm really liking having Onslaught, permanent Onslaught at the moment. I want to get that through a jewel instead. I wonder if we can just smack a jewel socket in and get the Onslaught on kill. That's something I would love to do, because if we can do that, it would be good enough, right? That would save us a lot of points. I know this is giving us 20% exertion damage, and it's giving us permanent Onslaught, but if I'm being completely honest with you, that's too many points for permanent Onslaught. So, yeah. But super, super happy with this. I mean, crazy new damage, right? I think I should probably update the title of the stream to reflect that at the moment. Maybe we'll keep tabs on the first hit damage here. 2.3 million. 2.3 mil DPS melee. And hopefully that will go up and up and up as time goes on, right? But for now, that's that made me feel a lot better, because I was operating under the assumption I had about 400k DPS at the moment. I was like, oh, it's fine, right? But it's so much better. So there you go. That's kind of how the build works. I guess we can quickly just explain some of the other synergies here. Basically, we're just juicing the shit out of Ice Crash. I talked about the AoE before, and then around the tree, we're basically just taking... Oh, we don't need to show path of building for this, do we? We can do it on the big one. Around the tree, we're basically just taking lots of axe nodes. Axe nodes, endurance charge nodes, two-handed damage nodes, you know, all that kind of stuff. I might be able to take out this little life wheel here. This is what I want to investigate this morning. I really like the 6% reduced cost of skills in here. But if we don't need that anymore because of our leech nodes down here, which would be great to replace again long term, right? That saves us, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points that we can put in up here. Similarly, I actually think we could probably refund this. Skills cost life instead of 15% of mana. I want to test that, because that's, again, another point, which we could put into going toward these up here. But yeah, the build, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. You just get Ice Crash, you socket it to Pulverize, Elemental Damage, Fist of War, Overexertion, and then either Cold Penetration or melee physical damage. You choose here. Maybe you get 6 reds, maybe you get a green like I did here, so I was happy to use Cold Pen. Yep, pretty straightforward, and then your other skills are just supporting that. You're running a few auras, Herald of Ice, Hatred, Blood and Sand, and then I've swapped out Herald of Ice for Auto Exertion for my smooth war cries. It's a little different from Hero Evermore's build. That's okay. I like it at the moment. I'll probably go back to the self-casting war cries build because it is a bit stronger in the long run. But for now, I'm actually really enjoying this. And then the last thing is just the cast when damage taken setup here. With Molten Shell, Blood Rage, so you're getting your Frenzy charges and big attack speed, and Frostbite on the enemies, which at some point we will put our better Frostbite in. I can do that now. We'll see if that gives us mana problems though, and if it does, we'll go back to the level 1. I think that's everything. You use Calm's Roots, again, to get that cheap maximum endurance extra charge. Corruption there. It didn't cost me that much. Probably overpaid for it, but it's a near perfect one if you look here. 199 life out of 200, so I was happy to pay 50 chaos for that. I think that's that's pretty much an endgame item. Like, that's not too expensive. And yeah, then we just balance our resists on the ring, the chest piece, the belt, and the amulet. Basically just around there, because we use Abyssus on the helmet. You don't have to. It is a nice juicy damage bump though. And then the big thing is, of course, the Oscarm gloves, which put Assassin's Mark on the enemies, give us more accuracy, give us more crit chance. Yeah, happy fucking days, right? Oh, a big thing I will mention here, especially starting early, you want on your rings, non-channeling skills have -7 to mana cost. That will help you instantly fix your mana problems. You could probably pick up just shitty ones for 1 chaos each if you're early on in the game. Yeah, I mean, these are pretty budget ones I have here. It's really my amulet, rings, and chest piece that need to go next. Like, I'm happy with my gloves, I'm happy with my helmet, I'm happy with my boots. Next will be those, well, just all of the other shit, really. The axe we upgraded recently, it feels really good. I mean, if we're at 2.3 mil DPS, that's fantastic for the time being. But again, long term, that's got to go as well. It's not great, it's not perfect. We can do so much better than this axe. I don't have crit chance on it. I don't have like really high physical damage rolls on it. And we don't have the Redeemer prefix, which gives us either cold penetration or even better added cold damage, up to 30% more cold damage. That's really, really, really good. So huge, huge, huge runway here for this build. There you go. That's kind of a bit of a build summary as it stands right now. So I'm gonna just put a time stamp here. Timestamp in the chat. Ended explanation of the build, and that will give me somewhere to like clip to about 9:11 past that. So hopefully that makes sense. So we are pushing 2.3 mil DPS at the moment. We could probably squeeze a little bit more out. What I'm hoping to do, we'll check these ships in a second then. what I'm hoping to do is basically see on half the building here if we could take these nodes out. It would give us a, if I'm just reading that thing there, plus 10 mana cost per second. I think we honestly have just got to rip them out and actually see if I can sustain it or not. Because if I take this out and then put these points there, how many was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 points we had allocated there. Yep, we haven't got the mastery. Excuse me. Then we can put them here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that takes us up literally to 2.6 million DPS. Hit my leg. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at the moment. Unreserved mana. Yeah, I wonder if we fuck up if we do that though, and I can't sustain it. But that's what I'm interested in doing, right? And we could also maybe remove this point here, but it's currently giving us some extra resists. Although honestly, like look, that's 4% max life and 3 to all elemental resists. We could swap that for this. 5 to all resists down here, or over here, and like that's actually a 15 there. So for 2 points, we could get 20% to all resists if we need to do that. I'm sure we can scrounge up 2 points, like 1 there, and I'm pretty sure I'm taking like 30 to max life down here. I don't think that's not that impactful right now. It's probably the least impactful node that I could see. But again, we've got all these cluster nodes down the bottom here, which are giving us very smooth macking right now. That's true, but I think they'll be one of the first things to go if we can just get a jewel that does it instead. Honestly, let's have a very quick look for a jewel on the website just before we get going here. Any jewel, and I'm just going to type in onslaught. We'll see if something comes up. Different one, maybe? Nope. Pretty sure there's a jewel that gives you onslaught, isn't there? I thought it, yeah, I'm sure. Is it an implicit? Nope. Have they removed that, maybe? Blah, 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 blah. I'm pretty sure it's for 4 seconds on kill, but I can't actually see it. Maybe they don't have that anymore on the jewel? Do they still have the Unholy Might one? Yeah, that still exists. 2% chance to gain Unholy Might for blah 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 seconds on blah 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 blah. It's not Onslaught. Because it would be fantastic to get that, right? Because then we would be able to basically straight up take out the cluster jewel. POE Onslaught on jewel. 2 years ago, the Abyss Jewel suffix modifier that granted a chance to gain Onslaught for 4 seconds on kill can no longer roll. Literally like 2 and a bit years ago. There you go. Can't do that, but that's alright. Sweet. Chaos Resist is at -10 right now. That's very, very smelly. I don't like that at all. I'm very tempted to say we should probably take, rather than the defensive flask here, I'm like literally tempted to say we should be replacing that with this for now. That's how important it is going to be for us to keep the Chaos Resist up. So yeah, that's a build explanation. We're at 2.3 mil DPS at the moment. Let's go. Let's do a Kirak mission to start with, to warm up. I'm sure he's got something we haven't done down here. Can we do it?
My men encountered the Trial Master in this map.
Yep, there's no like elemental or physical damage reflect, so let's give it a go. Oh yeah, need to remember I've swapped my keybinds around. Okay, you can see we've got some juicy damage coming out. So it's worth noting that my I am definitely struggling more on the mana because we took out use mana for before I was spending a portion of my life on my skills instead, and now we are not doing that. So we'll see if we can get away with not using that. You can see the screen is absolutely blowing up here.
Only made it to round 5 last time. Back for more.
Okay, we need to do that encounter to complete the Kirak mission, so we will start that now, I guess. Heavy physical damage over time, an invulnerability totem, or chaos damage. Oh, well, let's try the invulnerability totem. See if that's alright. Because I'm wondering if I can just kill the totem. Again, I don't know this this mechanic too well, Ultimatum. The next reward is a Creeping Frost Gem. I don't mind the Ruin one. Just a mob we need to kite, basically, in the Ruin encounter. Don't mind that at all. Let's take some more Ruin. I think I might have flipped a Ruin stack there. Actually, no, I think we dodged it. Good. Try not to stand on the corrupted ground here. Just keep alternating around the ring. We seem to be sustaining mana without that node of using life for it instead, so that's good. It's starting to get a bit dicey, so I'm wondering if we should dip, but I will juice one more time. Whoa. I don't like not having the physical damage flask as well. Is that any good? +2 to socketed aura gems. It's corrupted, so you can't actually. That's like a 10 chaos item, maybe. So we could risk it for the biscuit here. Cannot gain flask charges, but shit. I'm gonna risk it. I haven't juiced this encounter before. And we're actually at a point now where I can juice this encounter with our build, so that's kind of exciting. Let's do it. I should have been in Bloodstance that entire time. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky. Didn't actually see what killed me there. That's alright. I literally just got blew up by, I think it was some fire damage on the ground. I just saw a bunch of orbs appear and kill me. And there you go. That's the risk-reward mechanic of that. I haven't actually played with Ultimatum too much to know when I should stop. I knew I was being greedy there, though. But alright, we still get this thing. It was a 10 chaos item at most on the line there. We won't lose sleep over that, yeah? I wonder if we got hit by the Ruin monster or something, because it said something about how I fail if I get hit by that. Again, that's probably the encounter I know least about in this game at the moment. So some reading maybe needs to happen there. Alright, now we're going to go Bloodstance for the extra damage. There's a red map there, that's awesome. Might actually pin a message now instead that says, just in case that guy watches, that was asking the comment the other day, about how we get so much AoE. That's at the start of this video, so I will put a pinned message there in a second. Where are we going here? Must be bottom left. It's like, is that a Verizium encounter? These things kind of scare me. Wow. Took some big damage there from something. I'm going to take this to about halfway. Because there's still something in this that gets, like, super rippy, and I don't know what it is. But there's stuff in this encounter that just fucking blows me up, and I don't know what caused it. So, that seemed okay this time, though. We probably could have taken that one a bit further. I think something's... Oh no, we're done. Bro, where are we going? That must be top right then? I've pretty much fully cleared this entire map. Oh, we've got a rare here. Oh, he almost killed me though, look at that. Holy shit. Yeah, monsters do 85% extra physical damage as fire in this one. So if I get melee attacked by something, it fucking hurts. That's probably what blew me up in the ultimatum as well. It really fucking hurts if I get hit by something in this map. The Merveil again. But we killed her already. Okay, she's a possessed boss, so that's kind of shit. I might actually have to dip and get my flask charges back here. I can see I'm having mana problems at the moment, which is not ideal. I gotta take something like, she have a second phase? She sure does. And she's frozen. Again, we run out of like flask charges and everything, so that was a really slow kill there because I had no flask charges, I had nothing. But not bad on a whole. I think at the moment I wanted to get these like scarabs, right? But then what are the valuable scarabs? Actually, wouldn't it be better for this? Scarabs found in your map are less likely to be common varieties. That sounds pretty good. I might just go up to that for now instead. I have no idea what I'm doing with my Atlas spec here, so we're just making it up, right? Yeah, Chaos Resist is the big thing we need at the moment, though. We could change this one to be skills cost life instead of 15% of the mana. I don't think that's really worth it either, though, if I'm being completely honest with you. Let's go to Hero Evermore's build and see if there's anything that stands out. I think we could use a jewel. Just a jewel. To give us more crit, more armor, and mana on hit. But honestly, the thing that I really want at the moment is more mana reservation. Efficiency. Now, this is the only way I can think to do that at the moment, and it's still not enough. So unless we got it as a corruption on a helmet, or a piece of gear, or a jewel, or something like that, I don't actually know how to do it. Have a quick peek on the trade website. See if any of this is worth anything. I don't think it is, though. That looks like shit to me. A red map. Oh yeah, we had a more expensive frostbite in that run. That's double the cost of the mana. Maybe we'll leave that as, excuse me, level 1 for now. One thing I am aware of, I'll show you this, the Circle of Fear ring. Let's type that in real quick. Sapphire ring. This thing looks nutty. So I would love to get one of these. Because if we search this up, it's a super, super cheap ring. We need to find one with cold damage on it, though. They all have different corruptions by the looks of it. I see. So some have got like increased cold damage, some have got increased chaos resistance. They've got all sorts of different modifiers, which is pretty cool. And then it gives us what I'm more interested in though, a 60% increased cold damage, 60%, while we're affected by Herald device, which I'm currently not. But that's purely because of my auto exertion setup, right? That's reserving 30% of my mana right now. So I'm already reserving 90% of my mana with auto exertion setup in. And again, this is probably where we get to the point it might make more sense to swap to the default setup here. I'm just gonna look and see if I can find one of these good rings. This also does give a 40% increased mana reservation efficiency for Herald Device. Now that could be good, huh? Let's see if we can get one with like those exact rolls. I like 60% cold damage because hell yeah, and 40% for the other one. And then we'll just see what else we get. No results found, so there's no perfect ones. That's a shame. Unless I've just messed something up here. Let's put 50 in there instead, huh? Oh, maybe it's a minus 35 is what you need in this thing. I think I know what I'm doing wrong here, crew. Yeah. Oh, interesting. Even those are different. Maximum cold resistance while affected by Herald Device. So that can be different? I swear there was something like better reservation efficiency. Or am I just smoking? I could have sworn it said reservation efficiency. Just going back now to make sure I'm not crazy. 3 results. That's all max resists. Yeah, no, these are different. Interesting. I don't really know what this unique ring is most of the time. If we look at online, I really think that could be good. Yeah, it looks like there's all sorts of different ones, huh? Though, I mean, there's also one about having Herald Device has just increased buff effect, which is pretty cool as well. Let's see how many of those exist. Plenty. And they're all dirt cheap as well. Right. So on this, we want to put minimum is 40. And the cold... Oh, does that not give you cold damage, though? I think I see now. That gives you extra cold resistance and mana efficiency, but it does not give you the cold damage. Which, I mean, that's just shit then. So we will definitely be wanting the cold damage. Oh no, I found another one here. Filter by item stats. Yeah, I think that those would be the ideal mods, right? Increase cold damage while you've got Herald of Ice up, and it also has a better mana efficiency. It's either that or, like, I'm willing to try that just to see if I can work it into the build. And then you just look for a really good main roll. So we want 60%, because hell yeah, we'll maybe put it to 55. But we want a max roll on the mana efficiency there, because we have mana problems anyway. So. Okay, and then we'll look and see what the good implicits are. If there's anything too exciting in here, 10% increased cold damage, 16% increased cold damage down here. An extra global physical damage, that's pretty nice. That's for 15 chaos, which we do have at the moment. 19% increased damage while leeching mana. We're always doing that. 12% increased chaos damage, 8% cold damage. Lots and lots of different modifiers here. what I'm going to do is I'll bring up half a building for you guys, so you can at least see that. We'll go to my build, and we're going to add some of these in as a custom item. Let's start with this one. So we create custom here, smack that in there. So if we were to add this into the build, it's only an 8% damage increase. I got Herald of Ice off though? No, it's on. Herald of Ice is not the biggest damage increase in the world. That's a 3%. Hatred is huge. Look at that. It's literally like 23%. But Herald of Ice is 3%. So we should actually toggle that off for now. Let's add that to the build, and let's say we were using that here. Let's just say we were using that. Circle of Fear. And then we toggle this on. Okay, that's pretty nice now. That becomes a 10% damage increase. It's still not as high as Hatred. And the most important thing to see here is if I do that, look, my unreserved mana, gone. Negative. I still cannot use Herald of Ice, even with a perfectly rolled 40% increased mana reservation efficiency. So with that ring, it becomes a 10% damage increase, which is nice, but I still can't use Herald of Ice at the moment. I just can't do it. Which on its own is only 3%, so it's not the end of the world. That is good to know. Let's have a look at some different ones real quick. Here's one that's got a 16% increased cold damage. I think we did look at that one. We already kind of had that there. So this will, in theory, be pretty much the same thing. So we can just edit this item. Fuck it, we'll just make another one. So that's a 3% once again. So we replace that there. We come to our skills, we toggle this on. It's again just 10% damage. It's just 10%. It's actually slightly more. That went to 2.8k this time rather than 2.7. So that's a pretty significant. Look at that. That's like 50. Or no math. 50,000 more damage or something like that, right? Not bad. And what's the main difference between those? It's just increased global physical damage as well. And 2% extra increased cold damage. However, as we've established, we still cannot use this if it has increased mana reservation, blah, 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 blah. So, what I think we should look at instead is if we look... Can you guys see this here? Yeah, you can. Good. If we look back at Hero Evermore's and his Sapphire Ring, it has Herald of Ice has a 57% increased buff effect. I'm going to look for that one instead. There'll be about 1 trillion of these, yep, over 1,000. Increased buff effects is what we're looking for. Because if we can't use that skill, if it's got extra efficiency anyway, there is literally no point looking for that. We need to be looking for this one with buff effect instead. There. Herald of Ice has increased buff effect. And what is the roll on that? Looks like it's up to 60%. So once again, we would like 60% increased damage and 60% buff effect. There are 2 or a couple at the moment. But they're very, very expensive. So let's crank both of those modifiers down to 55. And see if there's some more budget options, which there are. There's a lot of these things with increased lightning damage that, of course, does nothing for us. There is one with global physical damage, which would be not bad. 10 life per enemy killed, increased armor, increased cold ailments. That's not terrible. Probably the best one so far. Some with chaos resist on it, also not terrible. So you really got to monitor this thing here. Let's look at this one because it gives 9% increased max mana. Could we use that? With full-on Theorycraft land right now, crew, so apologize. This is very fun for me, though. So, interestingly enough, this is not even giving a flat damage increase here. Now, let's just add it to the build first. I think we've got it turned off right now. That's good. That's what we want. So we would say swap this for this ring, the new one, and then turn that on. 2.8 was still the max at the moment. So very interestingly, oh, I guess not too interesting because that was just me seeing if the increased mana would help. It doesn't. So that's pretty rubbish then. We can remove that one. The only way I think we would end up using this ring is if we got a pretty much perfect roll on the cold damage, we got a pretty much perfect roll on the other thing, and then we need a really good implicit modifier. It's got to be really, really good. It's got to be like cold damage and physical damage at the same time. Something like that, I think. This one could be very good. Let's have a look at that bad boy. Ho, 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 ho. I thought so. See what? Why? 12% cold damage and 16% damage while leeching mana. Okay, that's not bad. That takes us to, yeah, the highest I've seen so far, 2887, but it's still not enough. That's a good ring, though. That's a very good ring. But if we did that, we would have to... Hatred is still better than Herald of Ice, no matter what way you cut it, right? I think if we were to do that, I would literally have to take out auto exertion. I'd have to. There would be no ifs, no buts. If I wanted to use this ring, we would have to take out auto exertion. Straight up. That's very tempting. There might be a better one, though. I'm just going to keep looking. Oh, I did want to quickly post a message here saying if you want an explanation of the build and specifically how the increased area of effect works, go to the very beginning of this stream. 5 to 10 min recap there. I'm going to pin that. But there. Because I know there was someone that was asking about that. I am going to clip that and send it to him instead, but yeah. That does look to be the best ring that I can find at the moment. Do I really want to spend 20 chaos on something that I don't necessarily want to use? Maybe not. Why am I at 2.7 now? How have I gone down? That doesn't make any sense to me. How does auto exertion give me more damage? Is it assuming that I won't? It's probably like the effective DPS because I'm gonna have to take more time to do these two buffs, maybe. I don't know. What do you think, crew? So basically, the toss up is whether we go to the manual exertion setup. It'll be a little bit more clunky, but it would be more damage. It's interesting. I can't deny that. I'm not averse to trying it again. We're not even going to be able to use it, really. Because if I remove that... it just means our chaos resist is terrible again. That's the only thing it means, I think. If I take that off, I don't have enough dex. That will be resolved, I'm pretty sure. 138, yeah, I'm pretty sure that is not a problem. Fuck it. Let's get it. Let's get it. We can play around with it. we can play around with the two different setups here. Yep, that looks tight. UI. If I don't like it, we sell it on, right? We just sell it on. So I'm going to just do a quick recap. So to use this ring, I'm just going to make a note for myself. We would have to remove the auto exertion setup due to mana reservation. This allows us to have Herald of Ice and big juicy DPS. It is a 5. Hold on. No. It's probably not quite 500,000. If we just look back up here, I think on my tree I allocated these nodes. But honestly, yeah, no, we wouldn't need any of this shit. No, that DPS is correct. I just need to buy 3 more regret orbs. Huh? 2 more regret orbs. And that's where this thing is just the best shit ever, because I can just say, give me 2. Yep, that looks great. Boom! Look at that! It's never been quicker. Oh, it's the best thing ever. Thank you, devs. And with that, we are going to fully refund out this wheel. Bye! And we are going to go up here. This actually will probably fix my int problem as well. It did. Oh, shit. That's a 30% crit chance we picked up there. 20% attack damage. 12 to all elemental resists. That's really, really nice. I like that a lot. And a 10% extra chance to freeze. That's really nice. And then another 10% LE damage. So, that's pretty fucking cool. 1, 2, 3. Now we got these are all like dud nodes here. I actually will go back down into this wheel. I will respec and go into that wheel instead. The only reason I had done it this way is because I wanted this wheel before. For that reduced cost of skills, we do not need that anymore with the manual exertion setup. So we should probably fix that as well. So I'm going to buy maybe like 6 more of these. Thank you. God, so good. And then we're going to have to do a little bit of finagling. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 there. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, yeah, there's no real way around that. But we can only actually refund 3 points here. Hold on, everyone. Panic. Everyone panic. I'm not sure if I can do this yet. Unless we got rid of our cluster, which I do want to do long term, but it is nice and smooth for now. And if we can find any other way of leeching mana, let me check the forum again real quick as well. And we will see if we have a new way of leeching mana. And if we do, because we need to leech mana with this new ring. Look at this thing. It's disgusting. If I leech mana, it's 16% increased damage, and among all of the other fucking crazy buffs, right? So, we definitely want that. Hello, Hiver. How are you doing? I am currently just doing a bit of theory crafting. In theory, once I've got everything set up here, we have gone from... What was it before? What's the title of the stream? 2.3 mil DPS up to 2.8 mil. That's the current goal if I do that, so I will take a second to do that. How are you doing, my friend? Not too bad. Excellent. Oh, we might be able to nick that one now. Yeah, I can definitely nick this point. We do not need that. That's 1. I want to go around this wheel here. Oh, I'm a fucking idiot. No, I gotta go that way anyway. Actually, we could probably go 1, 2, 3, 4 for now. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I've sussed it. I've sussed it. Let's just refund these. I'm gonna need a couple more points. Elemental. It's not ideal. And then we can refund that and that. I need... starting to enjoy Vermintide 2 a lot. You're new to it? Nice, man. Oh, Vermintide 2 is so much fun. So much fun. Who are you playing as? I highly recommend if you're starting from the beginning, I probably should have mentioned this on like the Discord or something. Level all the different heroes equally. So like start and do a game on like Kruber, and then get him to like level 5 or something, and then go to Salt Spire and get him to level 5, and then go to all of that. You can make all of the classes viable in that game as long as you have the level 5 talent for temp health generation. Yeah, you need level 5. And then it's happy days. And then I really recommend, if you guys are opening your chests, you spread them out across your characters as well. Because that gives you like, keeps the hero power of everyone up. And eventually it won't be a problem, but like, yeah, it will let you advance to the higher difficulties quicker and quicker. Hopefully that made sense too. I need one more regret orb.
What have you got for me?
We're just going to buy 2 more here, I think. Just tweak with the build. I love Vermintide too, man. I've said it a million times, but I like it just as much as. Sorry, it's an eternal struggle between which one I prefer between Darktide and Vermintide. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. I really would like that instead because this is not doing a lot for me. Yeah, I actually really regret allocating these points here. This was kind of stupid. Mostly tried Huntsman. Yeah, nice. Yeah, Huntsman's a bit more involved, I would say. I didn't like him for a long time until I got a build going for him. Longbow Huntsman is super, super fun up to Legend. Cataclysm falls off a little bit compared to different builds. But Longbow Huntsman is my go-to if I'm playing on Legend, which we normally do because we're still trying to get the red gear. So just to illustrate what I want here, I want this wheel instead of this wheel, but at the same time, we want these points up here, right? So for the time being, I think we'll go with this. I'm just overcapped on resistances like a motherfucker right now, which I mean, it's fine. I prefer it to be extra damage. Changes a bit. Right now I'm preferring Vermintide 2. Absolutely. I will slingshot between the two. Vermintide 2 is so much fun. It's a very different game, but it's a blast, man. Got another fucking contract down there. That just needs to be... Oh, well, I killed it. So that's my old ring. If we look at our ice crash now, we have already gone up to 38% crit chance of not doing anything, so that's pretty cool. I have to remove my auto exertion setup, but that does let me use these 3 buffs. So that is going to mean, everyone, that we've got to put Seismic Cry back in there. Skaven as an enemy is brilliant. Oh, that's so good, man. Intimidating Cry. Oh, no, we've got that already. Auto exertion we're no longer using. Just wondering here. I was playing Mercenary, but not. Mercenary is such a solid build, man. You cannot go wrong. Mercenary is so good. I wonder if we could get like faster attacks on. Do I still have that faster attacks gem? Or did I fucking nuke it? I nuked it.
Hello.
Didn't really. Yeah, well, I just recommend that so that you can level all of the characters evenly. Because otherwise, if you jump onto a lower level character, you might get knocked down and you actually can't do the like the difficulty that you're currently up to with your buddy, and it's just annoying. So I would really recommend splitting them out. 20% extra attack skills. It does not impact my cries. Okay, awesome. Here's what I'm thinking. If we take auto exertion out, I could put blood and sand over there. We link leap slam to faster attacks, something I've wanted to do for about a week. And then we have Rallying Cry and Seismic Cry just chilling up here. I like it. I like it a lot. Can you unlink a 4-link? Wait, I don't need to. I just need to recolor it. Boom. Done. Rallying Cry. sorry, faster attacks into Leap Slam, into Rallying Cry, into Seismic Cry. Auto Exertion is on the bench for the time being. This level 20 Ice Crash can just go in here or something. Who wants a level 20 Ice Crash, everyone? So, as you can see, we now have all of our buffs online. Boom, boom, boom. All of our actual buffs we need to put down here, huh? Where's Rallying Cry gone? There. I've only got a level 1 Rallying Cry. What I might do is I'm going to just put him there, because I already know that I haven't leveled that up, and I've ignored it from leveling up. And here's a new one, and this one we're actually going to level up, right? You should, yeah, definitely, dude. And also the halberd for mercenary. This is probably one of the higher skill ceiling weapons in Vermintide. I actually really want to make a video about it, because when I first used that thing, I thought this is just garbage. It's awful. It is my favorite weapon in the entire game of Vermintide 2. The halberd is exceptional once you know how to use it properly. Voice of command, extra cleave, pacing strikes. Yep, absolutely right. You can never go wrong with playing as a mercenary. Never. It's just a solid character. I'm gonna put that there because that's technically a better one. So what's the ribbon we need to get into now? Halberd is cool, but a bit odd. Yeah, that's absolutely right. Don't worry, when I first started playing the game, I hated it. Hated it. I was like, I do not understand this weapon. I do not like it. I hate it. It's terrible. And that is what a lot of new players will think as well. And you're right, because when you don't know how to use it, that thing is so clunky. But it's one of those just high skill ceiling weapons. When you get the attack patterns down, oh, it's purely the attack patterns. In case you're interested in trying it, forward clear attack patterns for the halberd is just your standard light heavy that a lot of Darktide weapons use. And then for single target, if you want safe reach, you want to do a, oh god, doing this from memory. It's something like either a push, light, heavy, so like a push attack into a light attack into a heavy. I need to be playing the game to know how to do it. Or there's an alternate combo, which is I think a heavy, light, but that might be wrong. Let me look it up real quick for you. I have a bookmark for my halberd. Push, light, heavy. Yeah, I was right about that. Heavy, light. Yeah, okay. I should just trust myself. I know what I'm talking about. That bottom one gives you the most safe range. And the middle one there, the push, light, heavy, gives you the most damage for... like, you can just do that into a Chaos Warrior's head, and then he's just gone. Yeah, halberd is without a doubt my favorite weapon in the entire game. But yeah, I hated it at the start. Right. So what do I need to do here? We basically need to... Oh, my mana's out. That's because I'm not leeching, though. Chaos resist now is so bad. It's very alarming how bad our chaos resist is. I appreciate there's a different type of weapon like Spear Halberd because there isn't something like that in Darktide. Yeah, for sure, man. I love just unique stuff. Okay, I'm gonna focus up here and try and do a map with the manual exertion setup. We definitely can refund our cluster fuel now, I think. Because we're not gonna have permanent uptime on... We're definitely not gonna have permanent uptime on our onslaught now. Like, you don't have to exert these attacks that often at the back here. No, that's Rallying Cry, that's fine, we can level that up. I think when I get used to this, when I actually get used to this setup, this is going to be, without a doubt, just better in every single way. I mean, the damage is off the fucking charts, again, and we say this every day now, so that's pretty cool. Spacing is so much more important in Vermintide, because the individual melee hits do, like, you know, they're more impactful to the run, whereas in Darktide, the true threat is, the ranged enemies, right? Which don't really exist in Vermintide. I mean, there's a couple, but it's... yeah. So spacing and your positioning is much, much, much more important. Bonk. Looks like we've got another choke point here. I just got to get used to this new setup that we've got. Loving having faster attacks on Leap Slam, finally though. I will check the Papa building DPS. It would be good to get like urgent orders or something on, perhaps. Just to get these war cries coming out quicker. Could be good. I mean, that was just fucking nuts. I feel like depth perception makes spacing a bit harder, and yeah. Gosh. That's alright, it just comes with practice, right? Okay. I need to refund this cluster. It's time. Because we're not using auto exertion, there is literally no point now. We can reclaim 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. We can go down into this wheel here. We can get rid of these overcapped resists. I'm going to go spend a fortune on regret orbs again, so give me a second here. Yeah, it's all just practice with the Tide games, truly. Truly is just practice. And dodging. I can't I can't tell you enough how important it is to dodge. That should fill pretty quick. Yep. Why is it saying there's no stock? There's obviously stock. I just filled an order instantly. So there must be stock. Well, control right click, swap that out. Let's see if we can do a 3-to-1 order. No. Okay. I think this is just bugged and it's not updating. It looks like it's 2.5 to 1 at the moment. What if we do 2, 4, 5 then? Wait, get back here. 2.5 to 1. Someone might sell that, maybe. Oh, I think my boat came in as well. Oh, well, they both completed. Okay, we got lots of regrets now. That's fine. I need to just do a bit of tweaking. Oh god, look at this crap we're gonna have to sell. No, it's so annoying. I just know that things can be deceptive sometimes when they're coming at you. Otherwise, you absolutely. Why jab is good too, because wait, what do you mean by jab in this context, sorry? I think this is all just trash. I don't even think we should look at this stuff. I'm like so confident that this will all be just absolute garbage. There's no way that's a 40 chaos item. I'm sorry, there's just no way. I'll put it in a 20 chaos dump tab and we'll see what happens. Oh, don't sell it. Disenchant it, homie.
Not bad, not bad.
There we go. That's more like it.
Our currency balance is...
What have you got for me?
Give me these regrets. I am regretting my life choices. We need 1, 2, 3, 4 points right now. And we're going to take all of this crap out. I guess we'll do this first, huh? If we're not using auto exertion, we do not need this cluster setup. It felt really good with the cluster setup. Sorry, with the auto exertion, but no, it is not required. Absolutely not required with 3, 4, 5. So I need to refund 2 points, which we have to take from up here. Then we have to go back down here, connect our tree up, and then we can refund 1, 2, 3, 4. And now our tree is fixed. Ooh, there we go. And we've actually got 4 more points to throw in somewhere, huh? Just like, oh, like a boxing jab. Sorry, I see what you mean. An object coming straight at you. Yeah. I'm with you. I thought you meant like a weapon in the game. Like, the jab is so good in Vermintide. It's like, what weapon jabs? There is actually one where you can hide. There's a DOC weapon called the Spear and Shield for Kruber. It's one of my favorites. And you can hide behind your shield and you can poke out your special attack. It's very, very good. That one is tight. We will take that. That's a nice little node there. I'm very tempted to take this overcharge. I actually think that could be sick. That's 5% more crit. Push block is kind of a jab. For what weapon, sorry? I have more hours, by the way, in Vermintide than I have in Darktide. If I know even more about Vermintide than it's I love that game to bits. I absolutely love it to bits. So that's my cluster. We'll put her back up there for now. Spear poke, yeah. Right, let's see if this is actually worth 20 chaos. I don't think it is though. So, how are the resists now? Still overcapped, somehow. I'm not entirely sure how the fuck I'm... Oh, no, I do know. It's because up here we get a bunch of resists as well. That's so good. Oh, man. Man alive. We've got one more point. Where's it going? Half a building. Tell me, where is the single most impactful point that we could put in right now? Let's do an import of my build, and hopefully it's caught up here. Import. Turn that to Ice Crash. We need to change some config here. We are leeching mana. We will have 30 things, blah, 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 blah. I mean, I'm going to stay in Blood Stance to see how much we're doing against single target. We've got a Circle of Fear on. We've got Active Ice Crash on. What is that shit? Oh yeah, no, delete that. We want Active Ice Crash. Yep, that's huge. Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, weaving push attacks in is really, really big in that game as well. Depending on what they are, of course. Faster attacks there, that looks really good. Blood and Sand we've got on. Where's our other ones? Hatred, Herald of Ice is on now. Okay, so this is saying we've got 2.67 mil on the first hit. So 2.67 mil. I will update the stream to reflect this. 2.67 mil DPS. Man, that's gone up by quite a lot today. Jeez, man. Put that back there. Okay, so we've got one more point to spend though. Oh, hold on. This was all refunded. Hold on. This is not updated with my new build at all. That should be up there. Yeah, no, this didn't update at all. What the hell? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Refund that. Okay, so we're actually at just shy of 2.8 mil. I'm gonna have to update the stream title again. What would that give me? We have to check that here. If we get an extra power charge, it's up to 2.9 mil, just shy of 3 mil DPS, and our crit chance is already at 64%. Now, I know that's a little wonky because technically we will only have 4 power charges when we are mapping, not when we are bossing, but yeah, that's still pretty fucking huge. I needed to find, I think there's actually a thing you can do down here. Show node power. You gotta give it a second. And then what we do is we put it into hit DPS. And then if you look at how these little dots are appearing on the screen here, this is it basically generating for me what the most impactful single node is, essentially, of hit DPS that we can get. It's going to take a hot second to calc every single fucking node on this skill tree, right? Okay, it looks like it's done. We hit show power report. Whispers of Doom, we know we want this in the long run, will give me a 520,000 DPS increase. We need to allocate that. Obviously, long term, we're going to not have this anointed. We will have that anointed instead. I know that's amazing. That's a long term chase thing. So that's fine. Is there anything we can do with 1 point? What are you saying? We can't do that in 1 point. You're smoking crack. Way of the Warrior. Smoking crack again. We can't get either of these. Melee crit strike. This melee crit strike multiplier we took out actually gives us a 60k increase. Fangs of Frost down here. I did see this. This gives damage penetration. I do like this a lot. And 30% with cold damage. And we're already over here. If you look, because we're getting this mana leech. And right now, I don't see a way to refund that. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points for us to go into that. That could be worth, man. Oh, I cannot recommend POE enough. Just please remember, Hiver, that everything I'm doing at the moment is after like over 1,000 and something hours of playtime. This game is complex. I cannot understate that enough. This game is fucking complicated, right? It's very fun. The very first build I ever made, I tried to do it myself. I managed to crawl my way through the campaign, but it was a slog, right? Yeah. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Wait, why is it showing more now? Forces of Nature? Where's this one? Oh no, I just scrolled down a bit. So this is really good. Don't let that put you off though. Sorry, I don't mean to put you off. It's just there's a lot to learn and it will be a bit confusing. But yeah, I cannot recommend this enough and it's completely free. So it's pretty dope. Per point is 85 mil down there. There'll be 2 dex nodes, which is shit, on the way. But then yeah, that's good. I've got my eye on that node down there, Fangs of Frost. But we've only got one spec point at the moment. If I hide POV here, we've only got 1 point to play with. I could maybe stretch it to 2 if I untook, show POV again. If I take out this 30 max life, which I think I will, that's not doing too much for me, so I'm going to refund that yet again. I don't care for that. 30 max life, I'm sorry, it's not delivering. We're taking that out. So that gives me 2 points. We could get towards this. That's huge. 8% penetrating cold resist. That's absolutely huge down there. That's probably top of my list at the moment. Or hold on, let me check this. So if we put 2 points down here, that's all I can do right now. We get to 2.7, there'll be no difference, right, to our DPS on the left here. Absolutely no change to our 2.8 mil. If we go into that one, it goes to 2.82. That one is 2.86, and this is the big one, 3.2 mil, but that's in 3 levels time. So for right now, I have 2 points I can spend right this second. Here's what I'm thinking. We go here, get an extra power charge. That takes us to 2.9 for now. But it's inconsistent. That's inconsistent. Like, this is actually kind of difficult to work out what I should do here. There's also all these elemental nodes here. Wow, that's a big one. 50% increased elemental damage, but we'd have to go through there. Honestly, I'm actually doubting myself because we wouldn't get that against boss damage. What would this do for the time being? 2.8, 2.85, and then a big one to 2.9. It's still not as good as the cold pen down bottom. I'm gonna hide the power report because it is fucking lagging like shit. There we go. Alright, that's enough theory crafting. Let's just pick something for the time being. Realistically, we should probably go down bottom for that cold penetration node, but that's 2 shitty points for the time being that I'd have to respec. What do we do? We could just take this melee crit chance again. I think that was the single most impactful single node for the time being. He doesn't know what to do. Oh god! I chose the power charge. Alright, it's done. I chose the power charge. Oh my god, Emperor, I had a game that lasted 41 minutes because I had to carry the entire team over back. Sometimes they can be the most fun games though, because you gotta fight tooth and fucking nail to do it. But welcome. Hello, Pizza. You've joined at the right time because I'm gonna stop theory crafting and actually play the damn game again. Let's just finish this up. It was Heresy, High Intensity Shock Troop. Yeah, man, that'll do it. High Intensity Shock Troop, no matter what difficulty, that's gonna put you through the ringer. I think this is all Garbo. Need to sell that separately. That might be okay. That's a cold damage wand. Could be okay. Maybe. Maybe 5 chaos. Yep, we'll sell that separately. Heresy Auric. Oh yeah, was it Heresy? Well, that's essentially a Heresy Auric, right? And if you've got bad play, again, I honestly recommend just trying to get into Damnation when you can, because in theory, the quality of the players you've got playing in Damnation on a whole is better than those playing in Heresy, right? Because yeah, that's long, a 41-minute level. But yeah, if the team's not delivering, then it can happen. That's garbage. We can put that in there. I've had to rescue all 3 of them on the bridge twice. Bridge being the event where like all the lights turn off and you've got to hold your ground, I'm assuming. See if we nail that in one there. It's either that or you mean the bridge at the very start of the map. But I think it's more likely you're talking about. I think someone who you have players in Heresy who come from, yeah, come from whatever the one before it is. Yeah, I agree. When you can make the push to Damnation, even if it's like low intensity, it is like consistent Damnation. It is good. You'll get just better players. On the way to the Aegis station. Oh wow, on the Aegis station bit. Wow, damn. I got fucked on that bridge. That's maybe 10 chaos there. Oop. What's this thing? Garbage? Oh, grabbing the power cells. Oh, that bit, yeah, that could be a bit of a tricky one. But damn. Yeah, Shock Troop is another beast though. If people aren't ready for Shock Troop and the special spam, you need people sniping specials. Or it'll just, you know, kill everyone. So yeah, the power cells on your own is always fun. Okay, where are we going through? We are going to Pumpkins and Orgard. Can we do that? Not really right now. We don't have enough pumpkins. Corn for days up there? We could do that. 1,300 corn.
Damn this leggage.
Go! And this dude is getting fired. Bye-bye. Replaced by that guy.
No, just leave the shipment there. It's not like it's gotta go out today or anything.
Holy shit, Tujin, chill. No, that's quite a lot of risk. That'll be fine. Yeah.
They're on their way.
Raised water gun with range dodge came in clutch. Nice. The cells despawned? What? How does that work? Well, they threw them off the edge, or?
Oh, it's you.
You sure they weren't trying to get you killed? Maybe 3 chaos. This is my daily reminder that sliding does not consume stamina. I am a slide gang enjoyer. Just slide everywhere. If you're carrying, especially, this is a really big tip. You may already know this. If you're carrying a cell or something, you always want to slide. No questions asked. You slide, 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 slide. It is quicker than running with a cell. In case you guys didn't know that. we're just going to dump these in here and move on because it is time to play the video game. This is going to go in here. Okay, let me do a quick recap and update the stream title again of what the hell we've done. Oh, sorry, with our DPS update. I think my path of building here is up to date. I do want us to go down there. When we start getting a few more levels, I'm going to take out these 2 power charge nodes, and we're going to actually push down to here. Fangs of Frost. Oh, it's not an easy thing to do on a controller. Yeah, I play on mouse and keyboard, so I don't know. I actually haven't never played either Tide game on a controller, so I can't speak for that. That's unfortunate, though. But slide dashing is so easy on keyboard. I just have it bound to C, and I have sprint on shift, so I'm just shift C, staggering forward. Yeah, daily reminder to slide. I am a slide enjoyer. Like, I do it everywhere in that game. Okay, I think we've got our config set up. Actually, no, we don't. It should be 4 power charges right now, so it's 2.9 mil DPS. Holy fucking shit. If you watch the start of the stream, you'll realize when I was playing around with Path of Building and I was looking at Hero Evermore's Path of Building being like, why is my build doing such little damage? And I realized that it had some shitty gems in here from like in my if you look over here, oh god, you can't because Path of Building's in the way. If you look over here, I have a second weapon, right? That's just leveling up gems. And it was taking these gems as what my actual skill was. It was showing me the damage of those skills. And I hadn't realized until this morning. So I thought that I was running around with 300k DPS and going crazy trying to figure out what I was doing wrong. Nah, we're at 3 million. We're at 3 million. Oh my goodness me. Alright, I'm going to update the title of the stream again. 2.9 mil. I'm not going to lie and say 3 million. We're not quite there. 2.9 mil DPS. That is so funny. When I realized, I just started cackling. It was just so good. Post my Zealot build in the Discord later. Please do. Please do. I can't sadly check the Discord at the same time as I'm streaming. It doesn't like me having too many tabs open because this game is very, I think it's CPU intensive as well. So it just shits the bed. Or I just start noticing like frame drops and I can't deal with that shit. Yep, again, please do all your builds in there. If you guys want to try the thread thing, I think I made it so that you can do public threads in that channel. I quite like that because then we can have everyone puts just their build, and then if we have comments on it or feedback, you just put it in the thread underneath it. I actually think that's a really good idea. I've never ever used that before in Discord, not once, but I think it's a good use of it, right? Alright, all our buffs up. Yes. Ice Crash. We have a 38% chance to crit right now. That will be getting better as soon as we get into the map. I'm using a Chaos Resist Flask for now because we are weak. This could be a rippy tier 10 map. Let's see how we go, huh? Oh! Oh yeah, we should do this thing. Forgot that we could do that. It would be really neat, wouldn't it? Yeah, I'd never used them before, but until yesterday, and I really like them. Right, so we're going to buff 3 times, and then we're going to start going. I just need to remember to refresh my other buffs, because they are not refreshing themselves anymore. That's okay. So in one more hit, we refresh these buffs. Yeah, this is a new rhythm thing I've got to get used to. After every 6 to 7 hits, I need to refresh R, T, and then E. E is every 3rd hit. We're a rhythm game now, boys. Ooh! I just got an achievement on Steam. I just got a fucking achievement. Haven't had one of those in like 3 years playing this game. Let's see what we did, huh? Have 15 combined endurance, frenzy, and power charges at the same time. I mean, that makes sense. Our build is all about these fucking charges at the moment. That's pretty cool. Just make sure I haven't muted myself. No, good. Oh, God. You look away for 2 seconds in this game and you're almost dead. Oh, dear me. I don't think I need to do Intimidating Cry so much. I think that's how we can improve our mapping. I think... Hold on, crew. I'm gonna change Seismic Cry to be on E. Because that's the one that gives us the big fuck-off AoE, right? An Intimidating Cry, which we only really need to use when there is a big fuck-off boss. Yeah, I like that way more. Let's do it like that. He says immediately pressing the wrong button. That's alright. We only need to hit T when there's a real big boss. That does make more sense to my brain. I'm a charge maniac, slide fanatic. Connoisseur, yeah, exactly. Slide enjoyers. Oh, this damage is just disgusting. The screen goes bye-bye. Melee is alive and well. What's this again? Player gains minus a fuckload of resists. I actually don't care about that. Enemies gain... Oh, that's right. I forgot about this mechanic completely. So I get to choose which debuff I want here and which buff that I want to get here. Let's take the top one in case the fucking headhunter drops. And then it duplicates a headhunter, and then we will be laughing all our way to the bank. Oh, I do want to sell that to you, my friend. No! Look, I'm dying because I'm taking a second to invite into my group. Alright. Let me just make sure I'm not underselling this thing. It is very good. If we are, we're underselling it by about 5 chaos. I don't really care. Just take it. There's so many of them on the website. Enjoy. Okay, let's go back to it. We need to refresh our buffs. This is a rare, so let's do what we do best. That's just terrible. What the fuck is this build? Where's the boss? Oh, it's this one? Okay. Bring it. Oh, I ran out of mana. Don't do that. I think it's because Assassin's Frostbite trigger. Okay, I need to roll my buffs. There is a boss in there somewhere. There she is. I stunned her out of her animation. Okay, we're having a slight mana problem. I can notice it. Yep, that's something we need to fix soon. That's alright. We'll fix that. It's a little bit clunkier when we were on a boss fight for this setup at the moment. Bro, I'm really having a mana problem. I don't know why on this boss fight. Also, can I get some space to exist? Hello, boss? Oh, I didn't use blood stance. No wonder. No wonder we didn't kill the boss quickly there. I didn't use blood stance, and now all my flasks are gone. Hello? Can we kill her already? Yeah, look at this mana problem we're having now, team. It seems to be on a single target boss fight that's dragged out, and I don't have my things up. I get a bit of a mana problem. So we're going to need to address that, because I couldn't just nuke her there, right? Because I just kept running out of mana. Is auto-exertion good for Warcries? Yes. However, I've literally just stopped using it. Like, maybe 10 minutes ago. because we bumped up the DPS of our build by like 100k or something. 100k? 600k. So it's smoother, right? You're gonna have a smoother time mapping and all of that, especially if you get especially if you've got a there's a cluster gem you can get which gives you permanent onslaught. I've got it here to show you. Lead by example. If you look on the top right of the screen, when you war cry, you gain onslaught for 4 seconds, so that's constantly up in the background. I liked that a lot. You're zooming through maps, but the trade-off is the damage, right? And honestly, I'm actually more survivable with Seismic Cry here, giving me a fuckload of armor as well. So my survivability has gone up. One thing you could do is maybe auto-exert like Rallying Cry, but because I'm using Herald of Ice now, because of our new ring, which gives me a fuckload of damage when I use Herald of Ice, right? I wouldn't have enough mana to auto-exert just Rallying Cry here. Yeah. What's the mana? What's the mana leak? Dear Lord. Honestly, we can put this bed there. Right, I am worried about that mana cost thing though. So what can we do about that? I think I'm gonna spec out of those power charges again, just for now. So come here, Faustus. We're buying yet again a regret orb. This filled earlier when I said 3 to 1, so I'm gonna just do 3 to 1 again and I'll wait. It's at 2 to 1 right now, but I'm confident that will fill. What I might do, just for now, is take this life mastery node and put in skills cost life instead of 15% mana. I think that should fix it. Maybe. If we hit something with those ice crashes, we would leech back to full. So even if I hit the boss there, I think we would leech it back, yeah. Hopefully that made sense for auto exertion there. It is good, it's smooth, but you do have trade-offs for damage and survivability, technically. If I could, I would love to auto exert Rallying Cry, I think. Then I've only got just 2 extra buttons to press, and that would feel pretty nice. Now, if I'm remembering correctly, crew, Crater. Yeah, look at this. We actually have to corrupt these maps now in order to get the Atlas bonus. I do have a lot of orbs to do that though, so that's fine. So we have to make them a rare map and make sure that the mods aren't too rippy, right? That one's a bit more scary, but it's fine. And then we take this corruption orb and we blop blop. Ah, this one got bricked. Reflective 18% of physical damage. I'm pretty sure, unless we're completely converting to cold, and I don't think we are, that would just kill me. I would go and bonk something right and reflect 15% of 2.9 million damage in my face. And yeah, we've only got 4,000 health. I don't think that's a good idea, huh? So we need to sell this one. Looks like it might sell for 2 chaos or so. Let's see if we can get 3 for it. But if we don't... Oh, nice.
What have you got for me?
I knew that would fill. So we've got 1 extra refund point now. We're going to refund there. Fuck. What do I even put this in? I think it was here. That was the single highest DPS, was just having that crit multiplier. Okay, that's fine. Monster's going to gain power charges, and I'm going to have 60% reduced effect of auras. So our damage is going to be less for this one. I don't even remember what this stuff does on the side. It leads to a boss encounter, but I don't remember how. Let's try a tier 12 map. This is going to be the highest map we've ever done. So that's cool. What's my stream title at the moment? Maps tier 10 plus. Tier 10 is baddie stuff. Let's put in... We're at least doing tier 11s plus. At the very least at the moment. We'll put that in there. 2.9 million DPS. That's just crazy to me. I don't know which one of these to do. I might actually just do the Maven for now. It's going to juice up the boss fight a lot, so be ready for that, everyone. That will be interesting. Yeah, you have to rebuff those every time you come in. Okay, let's go. We need to be very careful. Careful in this one. I'll take that, thank you. Honestly, this is a pretty small map. We might be able to get away with using Blood Stance, because there's a lot of small corridors. I might actually do that. Like, it's not really... Oh, it's quite a noticeable decrease in AoE there. Oh, this should be fun. Alright, exert, exert, exert. Oh, he survived. That's a shame. I guess this is our highest tier map right now, so... Oh, we've got a betrayal encounter. And yeah, I'm forgetting to exert sometimes. Whoa, I'm not leeching, and so I am dying. There we go. Nice. Still having mana problems, crew. Yeah, we've got to address this. We've really got to address this.
I really do hate the idea of dying, but go on then. Get it over with.
Okay.
Absolutely brutal.
Do like the voice acting of these guys. Aku moves to intervention. Where is he at the moment? Aku in intervention is very good. So yeah, do it.
Just
Nice.
like the old days.
I have a cheat sheet for that if anyone needs to. Did you have mana problems before? Not really. We'd kind of solved them. I've kind of had them on and off throughout the throughout my mapping here, and we've solved them each time. But I've reintroduced them because I've fundamentally changed the build quite a bit here. I'm trying to think what we could take to solve it right now. I mean, we could take another flask. We just need a bit more like mana or a better reservation. We could look into a helmet with the corruption of better mana reservation. I mean, if we could get that on this helmet, specifically this helmet, that would be fucking nuts. But I don't know, we'll finish the map and well. Okay, here's what we can do for the time being, but it will be a massive damage decrease. Is just take that buff off. We no longer have mana problems, but that will be a huge damage decrease. So I don't really want to do that. Yeah, gotta do some quadratic equations and do that meme with all the math going around my head. So we look up what to do here. I'm gonna stick with it for now. We'll finish the map and then we'll try and figure out what to do then. Where the hell is anything? Alright, here we go. This map layout sucks so much, by the way. This is never a fun one. Always got to backtrack. No, it's up here. Always got to backtrack. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Someone could make that. Oh, that's Molten Shell. Don't stand near that, obviously. Wow, this is a tier 12 map and a piece of shit map just dropped there. That's like a tier 6 or something. Yeah, I'm not getting in the rhythm enough of exerting my war cries at the moment. I need to be doing that. Every like 6 hits, I need to be rebuffing. So yeah. Rin is pretty shite. Something's still hitting me. Ashling... Oh, we could remove Rin here. We have Ren and Transportation at the moment. She gives normal maps. Yep, you're gone. Bye-bye. You are literally gone instantly.
I'm 2 steps ahead.
Normal maps. That is possibly the worst reward physically possible. Okay, we've got another point. This could help. Long term, we're going to take out this one again. Everything down there is just damage. It won't help with the mana. Don't forget about... no. 8% increased maximum mana. No, that's not good. This wheel here could maybe... But it's a long, long way away. It's a long, long way away. Oh, right, yeah. The reason we didn't have mana problems before was because we had this wheel here. I wonder if this little wheel here will help. Just for now. Reduced mana cost of attacks. I'm very, very tempted to try it. That costs 48 mana whenever we do that at the moment. That would make it 8% reduced. It's not that much less mana, but I could take the life thing out of there and then take that one. Yeah, I've got an idea, everyone. I have an idea. Again, we've been tweaking with the build, so we need to, it's not too unexpected that we would have to tweak a few things here. Let's see what that does. So that gives me my 10% life instead of mana on its own, but also with 15% reduced mana cost. And so does that. Let's see if that helps, huh? 1, 2, it didn't look like it really did. So that's not great. We're probably going to end up refunding those. We could take 12% increased mana reservation efficiency of skills there, though. That's not bad. Back to the quadratic equations, my bob. Re-import the build here. Back to Ice Crash, which apparently has gone over 3 mil DPS. I haven't changed anything, but apparently it is. Oh no, it's because that needs to be there. We're not at 4 power charges anymore. So what did I just do? I refunded that, and I put these points in here. Mana cost per second is 56. We have 89 unreserved. There's got to be a better way to do this. Sorry, everyone. I know this isn't as exciting as mapping, but I need to figure this out. What does that do? No, that's just int. That's just int. It needs to be literally like a big mana node. 16% more mana there. 15% more mana there. And 8% there. That's probably a better 2 points. Guess who's refunding these per point? Yeah, I think this is it. Right there. Right there. It's these 2 points instead. It's definitely those two. Close this shit down. Get it out of my sight. I'm annoyed because I gotta respec again. I'm spending all my chaos on refunding shit at the moment. Come on then, Faustus. Give me a couple more. I'll take 3, please. Thank you. So it's not too bad to respec, but like it's expensive to do so, and you've basically got to play the game more to be able to afford respecing, if that makes sense. I know someone was asking that the other day. So like if you really mess your tree up like completely and utterly, it would cost a lot to undo that. Okay, we'll see if that works though. We now have 114 mana. It cost me 57 per Ice Crash, but we're going to leech some back. It still seems to be we can only do 2 in a row. I really don't like it. But we will leech it back. We will leech it back. It's alright, we'll leech it back. Oh, fuck me, I clicked on the portal again. Yeah, respecs is you need those orbs. Well, there's actually a couple ways you can do it, but like as soon as we hit stuff, look, we leech all our mana back up, but when we don't hit something, or when we're in a boss fight like before, and they teleport away or something, and then we just get in a bit of a pickle. Technical term. This map sucks, man. Alright, let's see. Monsters are immune to lightning damage, that's fine.
I always love a good risk.
Monsters penetrate cold resist, that's fine. Penetrate chaos resistance, maybe not. Immune to lightning resistance. Immune to fire damage, that's fine. Penetrate cold and chaos resistance. Always critical straight. We may have juiced a bit much here, but let's see how we do, huh? This you need to be very careful with this mechanic. You can end up juicing it too much, and they either kill you like instantly, or you can't kill them. More annoyingly. Like this is a tanky boy here. It's alright, he's gone. Yeah, still having that mana problem. I don't like it, man. Really don't like it. Really thought that would have helped fix it. The cries are not the problem. There's one thing I know we could definitely do, but we'd have to ditch one of these flasks, and that's to get like an infinite mana flask that stays up at all times. That would instantly solve the problem. But it would be a hit to our damage because we'd lose either the diamond flask for the crit chance, or we would lose the chaos resist, which is kind of helping keep us alive when there's any chaos mobs at the moment. Like that takes our chaos resistance to 3, rather than like negative fucking god knows what. So resists are really, really important in this game. So in the past, I've played builds that are completely immune to chaos damage, and that's normally fun. So you have like no life, but instead you're immune to chaos damage. I like that a lot. I like the builds that use that. Ooh, you're hitting hard, buddy. Not hard enough. Better luck next time. Again, I'm not really exerting my attacks enough. Need to do that more. Just gotta get in the hang of it. Probably want to go... Yeah. Yeah, it's just, Ooh, that lag spike there. You see those frames drop when I interacted with that thing? Where are we going? I think it's top left. Okay. I only need to exert those every 7 attacks, basically. And then just when there's a juicy rare, we hit T, like this, and we bonk him out of existence. That's pretty nice. I like that. Crit chance is definitely helping a lot for this build. Definitely, definitely, definitely. We like crit chance. We like big, meaty crits. Yeah, like tanky rare needs that T pressed. I think I actually might swap something around again in a minute. Just the order of my skills. I got very used to doing that one often. You are hurting me. And then we one-shot him through it. I'm gonna move Intimidating Cry back to here, because technically it's the one we're using the most. Which one's the one we use the least? Is it Seismic Cry? Yeah. It should really look like that. Because look, this one exerts our next 2 attacks. If you look at this number down here, that exerts our next 6, and that exerts the next 7. So, yeah, we should really keep it in that order, I think. Riker is good in intervention. I am getting hit every now and then, but our damage, our armor is so much better because I'm using this I'm not auto-exerting this Seismic Cry anymore. We're manually casting that, and that gives us a fuckload of armor. If we hit like a bunch of enemies around us, we get up to what, like well, you can read there. It says it grants 5% more armor per 5 power of the enemies around me, up to a maximum of 25 power, right? So I assume that's just going to be 25% armor damage, armor juiciness. You know what I mean.
Ranks must be earned.
Hillock loses all ranks in fortification, and Corel and him become rivals. Just get my cheat sheet here. Why not?
Bag! You're bag! Gonna bag! You kill, sir. Hard to make new friends, it is.
Cool winds.
This is a really complicated mechanic to explain, but you just need a cheat sheet to show you who you want where. It's basically 4 different wings here. You've got transportation, fortification, research, and intervention, and you want like specific members in these specific groupings. The like lines between them all, they're just like the relationships that the different members have with each other. Honestly, rule of thumb there is the more of them you can get on the board, the better. I'm gonna definitely say rule of thumb there, but you don't want to remove those. At least not when I did this 2 years ago, you didn't. And yeah, because it makes them turn up to help fight you when you're fighting those other members. And then yeah, you can juice them up some more. And eventually, we will find like we will find the hideout of these members, and all the people that we put in on the respective zones will be there. We'll have to kill them one more time, and they will give different rewards depending on which zone they're in. Does that make any sense? So basically, you want to put specific members in specific zones so that when you fight them later on, you get the rewards that you want. I think that's the best way of explaining it. Okay, this boss does chaos damage, so we'll be careful here. Double damage, and bonk him. That was a tier 12 map. That was the first time I've done a tier 12 map. Pretty happy with that. Got one more zone down here, I will check it out real quick. Looks like we're done. Again, we've got a slight mana problem to fix. That's it. Right, there's a new map we haven't done. That's the same one. We've done that one. It's away then. Deal with all that shit later. Is this sort of difficulty that matches your... I know the bosses a few days ago are a bit dangerous. Yeah, so like back then we had some big glaring problems with the build. We would steamroll all of those bosses like in a millisecond now. I'm getting to probably the point where I'd probably say this build's probably up to about here now. Like the higher tier maps. We're about here at the moment. Oh. We haven't done that one. Let's do that then. So the red maps are kind of like the end game, or the start of the true end game. This is new content. I've never done a tier 17 map before, but definitely probably not that point yet. I've heard those are cracked out damage. Basically, yeah, we're just gonna keep pushing up these tiers of maps here and see where, if we hit a wall and then we need to do some gear upgrades, or if we just keep steamrolling through stuff, right? So that's kind of what I'm thinking at the moment. So once again, we need to corrupt these rare maps and make sure they don't look too scary. Monsters can't be stunned. That's a bit annoying, but I don't think I care about that too much. Okay. I think these are fine. But yeah, we're definitely in the right difficulty at the moment. Increased fire damage. Could be good. Yeah, it's nice. You just you keep going until we hit a point that we can't, and then we will rethink things. Or again, I'm telling you right now, this mana problem is going to get me killed at some point if we don't address it. Back to the good old quadratic equations. website. It's alright, we won't be in here for very long. I'm wondering, what's the damage decrease if we take the diamond flask out? 300k, not great. 200k for that one. What's my most kept resist at the moment? It is cold, so the, yeah, Wise Oak is doing good shit for me. All these flasks are pretty good right now that we've got. Our life flask is actually really bad. I can't believe I'm still using this thing. I should have replaced that. I don't even want to know how long ago we should have replaced that thing. So we might buy another one of those real quick. Fuck, man. There's one thing I'm going to look up, and then we'll just keep going. But that mana problem will get me killed. You mark my words there. And that is, if there is... What's the thing I'm looking for? It's like increased efficiency of skills. Efficiency... Let's see if that does anything. Will be an implicit corrupted modifier. Can you get that on my helmet? Basically, let me close my building again. I'm looking to see if I can get this same helmet, but with better reservation efficiency. Now, what that means is, if you look at my mana bar down here, this entire big gray zone here is where I'm reserving my mana for using these 3 auras, which are giving me buffs, right? So, if I can increase the efficiency of reserving those auras, we will get a lot more mana back. Maybe like plop it up to there or something, right? So that's what I'm trying to look for. Aura skills efficiency. Gotcha. Yeah, nice. Okay. So I'm just trying to see if that's something that we can, excuse me, work on. But I'm not seeing anything right now. I bet it will exist. Let's look at the most expensive helmet that exists. Socketed skill gems get a 90% cost and reservation multiplier. What the fuck? That is absolutely disgusting. Is this an AoE damage strategy? Yeah, this is a blow up the screen. And, like, the single target's getting really good as well now, though. That's what my first hit does, 2.9 mil DPS now. So that's got pretty crazy. But then, yeah, it's my main skill does 2 extra pulses outward as well. That will, that are really helping at the moment. And they are what do the AoE damage as well. Socketed gems get a 90% cost and reservation multiplier. Looks like the best one at the moment. Because then we would basically just want to put in Hatred, Herald of Ice, and Blood and Sand in there. So that's 2 greens and a red. If we could fit all of that shit in there. Let's see what the cheapest one of those is. I think it's going to be 1 Divine Orb, straight up. That's really expensive. This drop that I got yesterday is really good. It's got me a lot of currency, but we want to use that on something like exceptional. No new news on the thing. Well, fuck, that's quite tricky. I'm going to set up an alert on my other screen for when that helmet comes up, and we'll see if a cheap one that looks good shows up, and then we'll see if that's actually worth doing. Actually, before we do that, we need to have a look at it, huh? So if I show you this, here's our build right here. And I'm going to copy just one of these random helmets, add it to the build. Oh. So if you look at that, we would lose 1.1% damage. Add that to the build. Now what I'm wondering is if we can socket in that. Is there a way? Oh, we've run out of gold. Lots happening right now. It's alright, we can just... There you go, team. Now shut up. Does our ship come back or not? Probably not.
Hail.
No, they're still an hour off, that's fine. Cool. So what I'm wondering here is if we can socket in these skills. These ones. Socketed in, let's just say, helmet. Right, if we do that, our unreserved mana goes up a lot. I'm going to put blood and sand in here. And just for the time being, we'll just take Enduring Cry out. So let's say these are socketed in our helmet. What does that do? On the side here, we get unreserved mana is 80. 13%. What? How does this make any sense? How have we lost mana? I'm sure I haven't quite got this set up right, huh? I think what we have to do is find our new helmet, edit it, and say sockets are red, red, green, red. Like that. And then over here we've got auras, hatred, herald of ice, and blood and sand. Those should all be socketed in the helmet. Mana cost is 48, total mana is 597. That's somehow gone down. I don't quite know how that's happened. Unreserved mana is 13%. It doesn't look like this is working to me. This definitely doesn't look like this is working to me. I would have expected our mana cost to have gone. But we don't have the money to buy this anyway, huh? So we'll deactivate that search for now. But fuck if I need to fix this problem, huh? Anyway, did we finish this map? We did, right? I gotta turn my fan up. It's starting to get... Yeah, we finished this one. Yeah, this is a big AoE damage strategy. Just with pretty good single target now as well. Let's do another map. Why not? Here's a tier 11. Doesn't look too rippy. Okay, let's just do that. Reminds me of a Red Letter Media joke where they switched to a certain printer and they saved negative 11 cents. Yeah, that's basically. I'm sure I just didn't have it set up right in that program, but I just couldn't figure it out, and I didn't want to waste any more time figuring it out. You're on enemy's consecrated ground. What does that do again? Does it make me take more damage or something? Or is it just... It probably just buffs these guys if they are standing on it. Is what my gut says, yeah? Okay. Still hitting the wrong buttons every now and then. It's alright. I've just got muscle memory for the auto exertion build, and we are no longer auto exerting, so need to just undo that muscle memory. Actually, should probably use that cry again when there's a bunch of shit around me. Nice. Gets me a big armor buff. This would be a good time to do it. Holy shit! Hit them, Sam! That's why I need a better life blast for that exact moment there, where I was panicking. My life flask is so old, I don't know what the hell I'm doing with that thing still in my inventory. Yeah, it's just muscle memory. Screwing me over at the moment. There's going to be something I'm going to do after this real quick as well. I need to go pop to the delve thing and actually get that set up. We don't right now. I mean, this map's not been very scary. This is fine so far. So in 2 more hits, I need to replenish buffs. Bonk, bonk. Good. Nope, gone the wrong way. Let's back up. need to check that message in a second. Where are the enemies, man? Why is there nothing here? There we go. It's quite alarming. Help me, please. I'm a newbie, says someone. Well, we can do, but we need to know what he wants. I am happy to type a response. Just need to know what his question is. Bonk. I like to joke about annoying parts of the game too. This is my favorite part of the game. Yeah, absolutely. Currently, my favorite part of this game is my mana problem. But that's on me. I need to solve that. So. That's not a problem with the game. That's a problem with how I put this build set up right now. And it's not that big of a problem, but it's going to get me killed in a boss fight. So I am very aware of it at the moment. Whoa, there's mega lag kicking in here. Castlevania Symphony of the Night, we have to go to the menu to equip healing. Oh yeah, that would be painful. Right, there's a little boss that splits into multiple bosses here. Just noticed I've been on Blood Stance for this entire map, so that's stupid. Oh my god, he hit me. But then we just... Look at the defensive layer we're getting from freezing bosses. It's pretty nuts. Oh my god, I just face tanked like 4 of those electric dudes. It's surprising. Oh my god, yeah. This is what I'm saying. I ran out of mana there. Just this random pack of enemies that had Crush on hit, gone. Because I did not manage to get my Ice Crash off in time. That was a fully avoidable death. We just need to fix this problem. I'm tempted to do the Mana Flask for now and just take out one of these. That was a very, very, very silly death there. I'm not going to run all the way back through the map to kill them, though. That's not happening. We'll do the Mana Flask for now. It will fix the problem. Until I think of a more creative solution. Anyway. 4 random Scarabs? Yeah, we'll go get that. We can just sell them for Chaos Orbs. And let me just check a message real quick here. Yeah, 1 second, crew. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back in the sauna of my room here, office room.
It would be wrong to do that here.
Very hot in this room. Holy shit. Let me check these messages here. Dark Tide loading screen's the best part? Definitely. My goodness, it's so bad in Dark Tide. Nice. This will all sell for some money. I like that. Gameplay is figuring out deck strategies. Likewise, in this game, it's probably fun to figure out the mana. Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah, I would liken this to like deck building strategies in a card game. It's basically just working out how to juice your build up, right? So, speaking of, we're going to take a second to fix that. So if you want to grab a drink, now's a good time. Let's see what we've got here. Jewels have a mod, gain 2 mana per enemy hit with attacks. I mean, that's not what I'm struggling though. I'm struggling with, I just want to be able to sustain permanently doing that. Hero items with damage taken recouped as mana. Ooh, good. And jewels with mana per enemy hit. I think a jewel is probably what we're gonna do. A jewel, we could spend 1 point, whoop, right there. We've got these two that are not doing anything for me right now, really. So we could put 2 jewels in right now. I could do 1 there and 1 up there. That would really help. So what are some good jewels? Damage taken recouped as mana. Or we can go the other route of the infinite mana flask, and that will make it, so what's that called? A mana flask of alleviation. Effect does not queue. So we'll type in mana flask. Excuse me. Effect does not queue. And we search for that, and just find something. How much chaos have we got to play with right now? 10? That's fine. This will not cost that much. We probably want it to be a divine one though, right? Is divine the best? 612, 505. Is divine or eternal the best mana flask in the game? Anyone know? Here's my old divine one. That's 1400 mana. Again, it doesn't really matter. I want to say it's Eternal is the best one. Yeah, Eternal is the best one. We'll type in Eternal Mana Flask. Okay, and then we can get some pretty sweet things here. Removes curses on use. Imagine the decks kind of play themselves when you figure it out. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, it's the same kind of concept. Every usage is 5+ seconds of guaranteed mana. What do we want with that? Do we want, like, Corrupted Blood immunity? Technically, I have that on here. Let's look at, like, the end game build shit. Not too much thought in the actual fighting? Yeah. You kind of get into the zone with it. Divine, blah, 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 removes curses would probably be good to have. I'm happy to have a curse one. Pretty sure I saw one there. You! Enduring. What would be the best? Nah, it doesn't matter. Let's just grab this one. I'm not spending too long on this. Long term, we don't even want to use this this mana flask setup. But I think for now it will lead to a lot smoother mapping. I mean, we literally died to like some trash magic mobs because of this mana problem, so not acceptable anymore. And then we could also get a jewel. This you have to do. Well, yeah, there's definitely a lot more to it, but same kind of concept for getting in the like state and yeah. Obviously, you can't really compare this to a card game, but you can with the strategizing and the yeah, making your build work and all that stuff, right? So we want mana on hit. We want critical strike. I honestly want critical strike chance if I can. Critical strike chance. Can you get those two on a duel? Looks like you sure can. Okay, what else do we want on a duel then? X damage, armor, life. These would all be good things, right? Two-handed weapons damage. Two-handed weapons. Old damage. We get that. Increased damage. Blah 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 blah. Global accuracy rating. Critical strike damage. Blah 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 blah. 15% increased damage with axes. 30% increased damage with two-handed weapons. Global crit chance. 2 mana per hit. That's not bad at all. Crit multiplier. Let's see what we get with that. That should be... Oh, only one. Nope. Never mind. I'm not taking that one. Hold skills. Also, we're going to have to buy a different mana flask because I just saw that he did not respond. 16% cold damage, yada 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 yada. Crit chance, 10% mega. Oh, that one looks pretty good. This could be good. You. I would like your thing. Hopefully he's actually selling it. Eyo. This is a temporary measure, but it is does he want me to come to the mine, or he come to me? No, I've got to wait for him to come to me, I think. I can't teleport to him, so I think he just wants a minute there, that's fine. That will get me a good jewel, which we will socket up here, potentially. And then we just need that mana flask. There he is. Go. So this is going to be a jewel that gives us a bit of extra mana, gives us mana per hit, and then it's also giving us like crit chance and cold damage. So it's just happy things, really. All good stuff. TY. Guess who's going to use a regret orb? Again. Which uses both. We're almost certainly going to end up using both of those. So what point can we refund? We taken those. Honestly, I'm going to take that thing. Smack that in there. Right. How is that? Again, we'll be able to leech stuff off of people. And then I want the mana flask. Although technically I shouldn't have bought that jewel if we were using the mana flask setup. But the jewel will be a long-term thing, the mana flask will not be a long-term thing. We're gonna just have to buy a different one here, so you. 1 chaos, great. Let's take it. Okay, temporary measure. I need to go back to my hideout. Yeah, do we need precision? I don't think we do, right? We have a 98% chance to hit right now, so I don't think so. So I'm gonna tentatively remove that for now. I don't like it though. Oh yeah, we probably should get a better life flask real quick. This should take not too long as well. We just need to get the one that's like recovered instantly. Like a percentage of the flask is recovered immediately. That one's really good. What the hell is it called? Instant recovery. That's what we want. Instant recovery. And we want that on a eternal life flask. This is something I probably should have done a lot sooner. And then we just want a good modifier with it. It's probably immune to curses or something would be great. Go on, who's got one with curses? You know. I'm gonna have to type it. There's so many of these things on the trade website. You can't see it right now, but there's literally a trillion of them. It's just called removes curses on use is the modifier. We'll take that. There we go. Here's one. Again, this is something that we probably should have done a long time ago. There's been no reason to be walking around with this terrible, terrible life flask for so long. That's okay. Nice. And we'll get rid of that. Okay, now we can start having a look at how this is going to function again, right? So I'm going to bench the diamond flask just for now, and we're going to try this out. Do another tier, oh, with tier 13, so this is the highest level map we've done so far. A bit ballsy for when we're trying new stuff out, but better late than never. So now playing tier 13 map. So let's see how this goes. We've got less armor, we take extra, sorry, the monsters take less damage from crit strikes, so that's going to be a bit annoying, but oh, I'm getting a bit of lag as well. Anyone else seeing that? We close Papa building, see if that helps. So we're in sand stance once again to I think we can move our... Oh my god, there's a lot of shit there, huh? Oh yeah, we definitely need to move our mana flask. I do not need it to be there. Just needs to be on 4 and 5 to use occasionally. It's feeling better so far. We're definitely not having the mana problem. I need to remember to do my fucking things though. Okay. Those purple flower dudes are really rippy, so let's be careful with them. Nope. That orb almost killed us there. Just keep rolling the exertions. This is still feeling really good. We have taken a DPS hit for it though, so I want that diamond flask back as soon as possible. Like, what's my crit chance right now? It's only 46, rather than, I don't actually know how much the diamond flask gives, but... Honestly, I'm not really noticing the loss of DPS at all, but I know that it's there, and that bothers me. We'll do one of these rituals. This could be a rip here. These things are fucking scary, these rituals, so just keep that in mind. But we'll give it a go. Oh, that was fine. Back to sand stance. I'm getting better with exerting my attacks. Getting into the rhythm of it now, which is good. Back to blood stance, bonk him, bonk him. This is some good damage, dude. 46% crit ain't bad, but I can see, yeah, no, we want that really high. I want like 80% if I can. That would make me really happy. That's an exploding chest, so we're gonna back the fuck away from that. I want that crit as high as physically possible. Essentially what I'm thinking right now. Go blood stance for this. We're staying in one spot. I actually don't know if this is right, but I think it might impact on if we're freezing as well. I don't know if that's right. I should look that up. It was a tanky rare. Oh my god. Corrupted blood. Stop. Oh, I don't actually have immunity to corrupted blood anymore. I might need to rebuy this, but with corrupted blood immunity. I'm gonna go get my flask charges back before I do this boss fight. You know the drill. Sand stance for mapping. Ow. So we can keep blowing the screen up. We've not done this one yet. Okay, do that. Whoa, almost died there. Yeah, ritual is pretty scary at the moment. I miss having my physical damage resist flask as well. So that's something I want to bring back too. Lots of flask changes I want to make. Anything exciting in here at all? Not really. I'll just take my enormous shards, probably. Yeah, nothing too exciting in the, in this thing. That's not bad. Pretty good resists and, a big life roll. Don't think it's worth a lot, though. I think I'll take it because it's the best thing on offer. Have that. Wait, not you. Okay, we'll do the last ritual, I guess. Just very aware of not wanting to die here. So the only penalty for dying in this game, and I don't actually think I've talked about this yet, is EXP. If you die, you will lose EXP, and when you get to the higher levels, you lose quite a lot of EXP. It's not insignificant. So we really do not want to be dying anymore. I think it's technically level 90 is when it gets super punishing. But it's still like 10% right now. Each of these bars at the bottom represents 5% EXP. Just give me some garbage stuff. Right, rituals all done. Yeah, we do not want to be dying. That's the only penalty is losing experience, but it's a bad one. It's a very, very punishing mechanic. Like Dota 2, I never actually played the Dota games. Can't do, what do they call MOBAs. Just don't, it's kind of brutal. Yeah, it is. So you want, it's why I'm very sus of my chaos resist right now, right? I don't like that something could, in theory, blow me up if it does chaos damage. Oh, you lose money, not XP? Oh, this boss fight sucks as well. Oh my god, and she hurt me. What is that? 4-stick ground down there? That really hurt. Is that the Maven doing that? Yeah, this is the problem is this is a chaos boss that does chaos damage, right? So we were running into that exact problem that I just talked about. Where she can blow me up. And the problem is the Maven is watching that fight as well, so she's like juicing it up. I was on the back foot with that fight there though, because we immediately started and I just took like all of my health from this chaos dog that I didn't see. It's alright. You just need to learn the mechanics. I don't know quite what the Maven does yet. So. Let's go ahead and put this down. I'm not leaving here without killing the boss though. That's the main thing. That was brutal. Got fucking bonked. Just need to be on the lookout for that, whatever that dot was. That dot destroyed my health. Ow. This is why this event kind of sucks, because we gotta just slowly run through here, dodge these attacks. Maybe it's that ball thing that hit me just then, was what did the chaos damage? I'm not sure. I just saw a really big hit come in, and I was taking a ticking damage as well. It was absolutely brutal. I do not want it to happen again. Oh god, man. So you can see exactly what I was talking about earlier. We're kind of hitting a bit of a wall here. This is the highest tier map we've done, and this is it's a bit too rippy, right? So we need to make some changes to the build. There we go. We two-shot it there, but we're gonna need to make some changes if we want to keep pushing higher than the tier 13. It's also possible that it was just this shit up here, like the map modifiers where my mouse is, like the skills chaining, then poisoning on hit, all of this crap. It might have just been a bad map for me, but yeah, to me it screams I need to upgrade a bit of my armor to get some more defenses in. That's what I'm getting from that. Yeah, the fact that it was a chaos boss, I mean, that was just brutal. But, it seems pretty good. That's a big fucking life roll on that thing. Like, I wouldn't be sad to have that. That's way more life than my chest piece has, and the shitload more armor. I think this is currently the worst piece that I have, my chest piece. So I'm looking to upgrade that ASAP as well. What does the, like, end game build use? Just a big fuck-off plate with all the resists and life that you can think of. Yeah. So that's something I guess we could look at. I need to, I think, not do a remove curses one. It needs to be corrupted blood. Go just buy a new flask here. Excuse me. If I can find one. Corrupted blood. I had it before. What was it called? Grants immunity to bleeding for blah if used while bleeding, and blah. Or can you not get both of those? No, we definitely need the instant recovery flask. Corrupted blood. I'll find it. Must be this one though. There we go. Lots and lots of flasks there. We're gonna have to just buy another one. Because this thing's good, but yeah, I don't like corrupted blood at all. We can also get a jewel that has corrupted blood immunity on it. I wouldn't mind doing that either. Corrupted blood cannot be inflicted on you. It's something like that. Oh, that's a cluster jewel. Oh no, here we go. Here's a few of them. Corrupted blood cannot be inflicted on you. So we could pick that shit up, and then we don't have to worry about this at all. And just smack it in a jewel there. I'll probably bookmark that and look into that later. Jewels. But right now we want to get the flask. But one thing we really need to do, I think, is get new body armor. Or the new necklace. There's some really, really good loot that we can get to really bump up our damage and survivability at the moment. So we should do that. Excellent. That's a better flask there. So I might hang on to this one because it's really good. Like, it's got curse immunity on it. Maybe we'll use this later if I get it from somewhere else, right? Yeah, I'm gonna hang on to that. We'll probably just dump that in the dump tab. Dump, 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 dump. There's a new map. Awesome. Monsters deal extra cold damage. I'm very happy with that. I take not a lot of damage from cold. Oh, and there it got rerolled. Ooh, to monsters poison on hit again. That fucking thing. Which I think was causing grief in the last one. I want to say I got poisoned on that boss fight. That's what happened. I actually got poisoned in the boss fight. And that was the dot that was ticking me down and killing me. I'm pretty sure it was that. So that's brutal. We need to really be on the lookout for that, huh? So I'm going to have a quick look on the trade website for a better chest piece. We're going to want life on it. We're going to want elemental resists on it. That's kind of it. As long as it's got that. Poison. Yeah. What is this one? And yeah, I really like that craft on the bottom. 8% increased max life and 7% increased max mana. If I just show you this here, this is kind of what I'm looking at. Something like this, right? It's got a lot of armor on it. It's got a lot of elemental resistances on it. Like a fuckload. And then if we can get that something like that, 15% of all physical damage taken is cold, great. I probably don't think we're going to get that now. But the 8% increased life and mana at the bottom, that's big. So that's just more mana to play with, and that's more, well, life to keep me alive. So I'm interested in looking for something good here. But they are expensive. I don't have it set up so that you can see my, I don't have it set up so you can see my Google Chrome where I'm looking at these, but it's basically that, what I was just looking at there. Nothing standing out too much, honestly, right now. Definitely not for cost, anyway. Oops. Let's have a look with a 1 divine orb budget. What could we get? We could get 209 max life on the armor. I mean, that's double what I have at the moment. Pretty good, but we wouldn't be able to... Excuse me. We wouldn't have... It's only got 19 lightning resist on it, so not a lot. We actually need our chest piece to have, at least right now, lightning and fire. But we can fuck around with other amulets and stuff with that. I don't think there's anything on here right now that's too interesting, if I'm being completely honest. Although, I say that, and then I see one that's got 17% increased cold damage on it. And I say, hello. And 1,373 armor. That's a big armor. That's a big fucking. It's just got really shit resists on it. So, poop. Probably not worth it. Okay, I'm going to bookmark that. That's stuff that we can look at off stream instead. This game ain't bad for players who like to think of it. Yeah, I mean, if you don't need to be doing any of this, right? Like, you could pick a build that you just need, like, no gear with, and you could just go and just keep mapping and keep playing and blah, 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 blah. I just like to take a minute every now and then, especially when we hit a wall like we did before. I mean, it wasn't really a wall. We just died to a poison dot. If anything, that tells me I should probably get poison immunity on the flasks or somewhere. But yeah, if you want to just like keep pushing your build higher and higher and higher, which we've done a lot today. Like I've probably added 1 million DPS to the build today alone. I like that a lot. There is an amulet I am aware of that will like I mean, it's just nuts. Oh, that guy just listed it low. That's fine. He's definitely not going to respond to that. Unfortunately, the amulet that I really want seems to have gone up in price by a pretty significant amount. I don't think we're getting that anytime soon. It's basically, I'll read out what it does. It increases your cold damage by a flat 30%, full stop. Gives you more cold resist. You blind chilled enemies, and we always chill enemies when we hit them, which reduces their action speed. Now that's huge in this game, because if you think like a boss, right? If they're at normal attack speed, they're going to be blasting their hits at you the whole time. This basically means you slow the boss down by 30% at all times. That's a massive defensive layer. And then on top of that, we'd also penetrate cold damage. Like, if I copy that and put that in Path of Building, and we just have a look at this real quick. If we put this motherfucker in the build, it's not 3.5 chaos, that's a complete debate. That is worth a hell of a lot more than that. That's a 22% damage increase on its own there. And then what I would do with that is I would, let's see if this works, anoint Whispers of Doom. Did that work? I don't think that worked. Oh, allocates is the word. Okay, allocates. Look at that, 41% damage. On its own, this thing here would be 1.2 million DPS with those two things. And I would pretty much only put Whispers of Doom on this thing here, I think. I don't think it's worth putting on anything else. But that on its own, right now, is a 1.2, just shy, million DPS increase. So that's a big chase item for the build. A big chase item for the build. I might just make a note of that. Pandemonious equals 41% DPS increase with Whispers of Doom. Currently 1.2 mil DPS. Now that is so far out of my budget, it's not even funny. I've probably got about half. Actually, it's not that far out of the budget. I've got maybe half of that with what I've got here. But it's not going to happen today, that's for sure. It's probably not going to happen before I go on my holiday as well. And by the time I get back, it'll probably have gone up and up in price, which is unfortunate. But what can you do? So that's a chase item for me. I'm going to make a bookmark of that. Like, holy shit, that would be a big one. Any cold build would be happy to have that, right? Sweet. Have I still got POB up? I do. So I don't really know what I should upgrade right this second. I mean, we could probably just keep mapping and try and get some drops. Like our axe, we technically need to upgrade some more. We could look for that. Our belt is really shit right now. We could try and upgrade that. Our fucking necklace is terrible right now. Like, absolutely dog shit. What's a better necklace for the interim? Could we do that? What's the other dude using right now? He is using no amulet. I don't believe that for a second. Don't lie. I'll have to look on the website instead. He's just using one that gives a big crit chance modifier and lots of resists. But that would be so much better than what I have now. Right now I've got this, which is giving me a bit of int and dexterity. I think I need 70 int, 66 int. Alright, so I need a tiny bit of int. Unless we can steal that on the tree somewhere. I do have 2 points. No, we're just going to get dex at the moment on the tree. What does that do? No, we don't want that one, do we? We want this one? No. Are we taking any of these nodes up here? I think we're actually good for up here. I don't think we take anything else up here. Which is pretty solid. So that means we can 55 into real life. We could take that as a socket. That would be really good. Honestly, I think the next most impactful things are going to be going down here. For that Fangs of Frost. I think that's where we're going to take our next few points. I'm going to take them out of there. That's 1, 2. So we in 3 more points time. That's a long way away. Oh, I've not seen this yet. This is a boss fight. They have been commandeered by pirates. Return to save them. Alright, motherfuckers. Bring it on. I don't know if this is a tricky boss fight or not. Let's find out together. Let's find out together. I think you only get one shot at this, so
Oh, good. Aye.
rescue, ransom, or abandon. They will execute the crew and steal the shipment unless you intervene. Holy fuck, man. Okay. You get one chance, that's it. Oh, fuck. Oh, this is new to me. Oh, I'm really zoomed out. You see that? How zoomed out we are right now? Come on.
Those filthy opportunists will be next.
Oh, so this is a proper boss fight. So we're gonna want to. Oh, he's tanky boy. Oh my god, he's got so much fucking health. That clipped me actually then. Bro, why has he got so much health? This is gonna take a hot second.
Be crushed.
He's also blowing up my speakers as well. Alright, this is gonna take a second, but I think unless he does something else, we'll be able to get him.
Run you through.
Yeah, that's gotta be dodged. Ooh. Just need to remember the war cry when my health goes down. Oh, there's all these things on the ground we need to dodge as well. Okay, of course he's got an invincibility phase.
Be washed away. Face the wrath of the sea.
Oh my god, there's a lot happening on the screen right now. Oh god. Just gonna keep war crying. Looks like this is just a dodging phase, yeah? Cool fight so far. Gotta dodge that anchor. That anchor's big hit. As long as we don't fuck up that wave phase, we might be okay.
Depths crush you.
Where is he? There? Again, we don't have our flasks up, which is really annoying. So we have no way of generating them back, right? There is a way we can remedy that, though. Just gonna pop all my things here, nice. Come here. Get out of all these circles, pal. It's so cheap. He's about half health. Ooh, that one hurt. It's a long one. Okay, invincibility phase. We need to focus here again.
Face the wrath of the sea.
Why is he so loud? It's like blowing my eardrums out. Just gotta dodge. Imagine if I had half a building up. That'd be so sad. Hopefully you can see this. Can't like look and check right now. Or is it? Oh, okay, we gotta dodge waves now for the rest of the fight. By the look of it. Ooh. Yeah, definitely don't want to get hit by that. Gonna buff. That's a lot of waves attacking me here.
Run you through.
Dodge that. Fuck, messed up a bit there. I think he's gonna go down. Ooh, let's not get greedy. Like Dark Souls it up. Nice.
Always goes down with this ship.
Oof. A lot of gold. That was a cool fight. That was a level 84 boss fight. That's why that took a while. That's a level 84 boss fight if you look at the top right of the screen there. I'm pretty pleased to have one-shot that though. Like, we didn't die. The only dicey bit was when he did that water phase for the first time. But it looked like we just had to focus on dodging. And that's another cool thing about this build. We have 4 different war cries, and every single one of these, if I show you guys this real quick, if you see what that says, recover 15% of my life when I use a war cry. So there, I could pretty much, like, even though I had no flask charges, which was annoying, so I couldn't do any fucking DPS, right? It made the fight go on for a long time. I could just do my war cries and keep rotating them. They were basically a life flask. That was really good. Huge defensive layer there. Thank you, Jason and Hyber. Yeah, I'm really pleased with that. It was a cool fight.
Who's that? What do you need?
It said that he was going to execute the entire crew if we didn't do that, by the way. So I would have lost the rank 5 shipping and these other people. Jeez. However, did you see how much money he dropped? Look at this. Look at that. Wow. We've got 70k gold now. Must be able to do something with that. Oh, yeah, here. You guys don't have to worry about reserves for a while. 4 days worth of treasury now. That's awesome, man. That was a cool fight. Oh, what the hell have I done here? I think I did this overnight, just put everyone on Crimson because we had a backlog, but that's not good anymore. Let's spread you all out now. Although they don't really need to mine bismuth, we don't seem to have any, so that's fine. Yeah. Oof! I think that was a good showcase of the defensive power of that of this build at the moment. Not quite the offensive right now. Again, this flask was completely useless in there. That would have been better to be my diamond one. There was no need for me to take chaos resist in there. And I think there is something that we can do to these, or at least the diamond flask and the life flask and stuff. I think there might be something we can do so that if you hit a rare mob or it's something like that, or if you critical strike, you get flask charges back. Now, obviously, we are critting a lot with this build, so I'm pretty sure there's something we can do there. That's a note that I might make on my Discord for myself. Let's put that in the POE chat. Note, look into getting flask charges back on critical strike or when hitting unique enemies. It's something like that. I know there's something like that exists. Doing a good job of dodging most of the stuff. Yeah, it was pretty forgiving for the most part, I think, which was quite nice. Okay, this thing is not selling, so let's just take that back. It's a really cool fight, though. I'm pretty sure there's something I need to do with gold. I want to say it's with these runes. We could also upgrade that to get extra smelters, but I don't have enough ore. I'm not like playing the game enough to constantly have ore that needs smelting right now, so they'll kind of work their way through that fairly quickly. So I'm not going to do that just yet. But this thing we could upgrade. I want to see what the war runes do.
It represents conflict, often in surprising
Eating his veggies. What do the war runes do? Trigger level 1 Stalking Pustule on kill. Don't know what that is. Grants level 1 Envy. And chance to gain Chaotic Might for 10 seconds on kill. We're going to Google that right now. POE Chaotic Might. What does that do? A buff that grants 30% of physical damage as extra cold damage. That's not bad.
Winds are fickle here.
That's basically a flat buff. We could write that on... Hold on, if we... You know what's about to happen. We can open up half a building. And if we look at config... What was it called? Chaotic Might here? So look at our DPS right now. It's 2.8 with the current changes. That would give us over 3. Look at that. That's not bad. That takes us over the 3 mil cap straight away on its own. So I'm interested in that. We could just smack that on our weapon pretty much for free here. I just need one more war rune. How many war runes do I have? Sorry, I need 3 more war runes. These things are...
What have you got for me?
1 second. This is the power of Mafia. War rune. How much is that? They are... Okay, they're fairly expensive. They're fairly expensive. So we'd have to... Oh, sorry, Papa Building's still open. We'd have to weigh that one up. We can also see what the river runes do. I'm going to Google before I do this upgrade, because it's quite expensive. POE rune smithing. And we're going to actually have a look and see what the enchantments are, and if it's worth getting this one. So what does the river rune give us, huh? Like, if there's one that talks about cold damage, I mean, it's probably gonna be the river rune, right? And that would be fucking awesome. Carry the 2, yeah, carry the rune, add the elemental, chaos, gold. It's fine. There is, from what I can see, on two-handed axe, we could add some cold damage, just straight up, if we do this river rune one, and it's not that expensive. We could also do that with the war runes, but you can't do it on a two-handed axe. Yes, you can. I'm smoking crack. What am I talking about? Physical. Look at this. That's 11% more physical damage for free we could put on there. Not bad. I'm just going to see if there's anything else. After that, there's bounty runes. Physical attack damage converted to cold damage. It's really expensive, but that's pretty fucking cool. You know what's about to happen. Let's just take our current Flesh Ripper. It's not either of those, it's this one. Can I put that on there? Just like smack that on there? I don't know if that worked. What happens if I hit save? Nah, it didn't seem to do anything. I don't think I've written that mod correctly. I think I'd have to find one on the trade website and then copy it into here. I don't know how to like write the mod correctly, but that could be interesting. Convert physical damage to cold damage. Seems we're juicing all of that up, right? Who's sending me a party invite?
Damn useless virtue gem doesn't do anything.
Hello? Mecha. Hi, who are you? I'm so sorry. What's up? I'm just gonna move my Papa building to cover up the chat. I don't know what this is. Oh, maybe this is an old trade. Was this for an old trade? Pandemonious. Isn't that the really good necklace? I don't think I have the money to buy a Pandemonious, dude. Pandemonious. How much was that at the moment? Okay, I think I know what's happening here. I'm gonna be a good guy, and I'm gonna tell him, oh, I see what's happened here. I think you listed it too cheaply. I would take that amulet down and relist it. You will get heaps of money. I don't have enough money to buy it. Yeah, I think I see what's happening. I wasn't sure what the hell was happening there. He said it was an emergency. I was like, is this someone that knows me in real life? Do I need to cover up the box here? And like, oh dear me. It's only first few days. What is happening? 4 divs, easy peasy. I only have 1 div at the moment. I can't buy it from you. He listed it for 4 chaos, not for 4 divs. I was trying to tell him he's I don't have the money for this. That's alright. I think there's just a bit of confusion going on here. I literally can't buy this from this guy unless he wants to sell it at a discount for 1 div, and that'd be great, but I don't think it would be a good idea. Macaroni with beans. You invited me, but I can't afford it. I think we're talking like across wires here. I can't afford this necklace. I want it really badly, but I can't afford it. I know it's legit. I can't afford it. And it's also not the only one in the market. But yeah, he had listed it for 4 chaos. After watching a whole bunch of other people, YouTube's recommended me your stream. Awesome. Sadly, I'm going on holiday in like a couple days, so you'll probably have to end up watching them again. But yeah, welcome. Alright, I'm probably just gonna leave this party because I can't buy it. I don't know what to say to this dude. Alright, sorry, man. Good luck selling. I can't buy from at the moment, unless you want to sell at a huge discount for 1 div. So I'm gonna bounce. I think this is the best way to to drop out of this discussion. I cannot buy this thing. That's a chase item for me. It's a huge DPS upgrade, but it's out of my price range at the moment. Anyway, that all came from a bit of yeah, you're right, Ivor. I should have been like, you're not listening. I can't buy this thing. So what happened there was because that dude listed it for 4 chaos rather than 4 div. Also, if he's trying to sell it for 4 div, that's too expensive. That thing's currently going for about 2 div. So he's kind of dreaming there as well. I put them in the wrong tab. But yeah, that's alright. That's my chase item in the game. Right, we'll put Blood Rage back in. Can someone remind me before all of that nonsense happened what we were doing? I think I was looking at this rune smithing, wasn't I? We could just craft for now some just flat physical damage on this thing. If that's cheap, it's 3 war runes. It's probably not actually doing. Nah, we'll chill on that front. We just did the pirate boss fight, Deathless, which I was pretty happy with, so that was pretty cool. Yeah, river runes, yeah. Carry the 1. Right, so for now, let's just get back to it, I think. I'm going to do some of these Kirak missions for completion. There's got to be some in here we haven't done. Yeah, there was one. Plays a curse with vulnerability. That's fine. I think we'll be alright. Let's get the buffs up. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Is it Sasuke? Just you can all make fun of me for how I pronounce that. Oh my god, I pressed the wrong buttons to start off the map. But welcome, let's do a map. You can kind of see how the build functions. You are going to have to give me a second to close my Google Chrome tabs, because I'm noticing some lag. There we go, that should fix it. So we are manually exerting our war cries now. And then we kill everything. That's basically how it works. If there's a rare, we pop the double damage war cry, and then it dies. If there's something really scary, then we pop the double damage war cry and our flasks, and then it's definitely dead. I just need to be quite careful because we actually have a curse in this map where we're going to take more physical damage. That's really bad for me because our helmet makes us take more physical damage just at all times and ready, so we just got to be a bit careful on this one. And what's the time? 12 o'clock? I'm going to have to stop for some lunch soon, I think. So maybe in an hour. I'll keep going forever. Just checking I don't have half a building open. Let's pick that up. Have we done that map before? That's literally a tier 2 map just dropped there. That's quite depressing. Why is a tier 2 map drop? I've spec'd into higher tier maps dropping, not tier 2 maps dropping. Oh, here's one of our kill targets. Oh, I was literally about to say, right, here, I'm gonna buff my damage up, and then he just died and took the unbuffed attacks anyway. What the fuck? Oh, you're still alive. Good. Crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. I really like Leap Slam with faster attacks on. Yeah, I think that guy was bullshitting a little bit, and he definitely didn't hear me when I said I've only got one div at the moment. And it was not the only one on the market, there's like 6 or 7 of them. So. We would not be buying that, even if we could. We could save ourselves about 2 divs buying from someone else. So. Oh, this is the boss. Let's get our war cries going. Actually need to pop these as well, and then... Beautiful. A few more buttons to press now that we're not auto-exerting, but the, yeah. Still pretty juicy. Now. Something's still alive. Oh my god, what is happening over here? There's tornadoes everywhere. I seriously do not know how to spec an Atlas tree. I'm just the good news is we have a full one here when I do a bit more research that I can just put points into and like when I actually make it, but for now we're just trying to make enough. Just take some more scarabs or something I can sell for a bit of money. No, this thing seems to be a common thing with scammers, yeah. I mean, it started, I was just making sure the dude had realized that he was selling a 2 div item for 4 chaos. When I figured out what the hell, he just invited me, like, randomly, man. That was probably like 2 hours ago I sent him a message. So, yeah, that was just very confusing. Oh, someone replied to my comment the other day. I think that was the dude asking if I could explain how I have increased area of effect. He did. Alright, I'm going to reply to him and say, hey man, at the start of my live stream at the moment, I explained how increased AoE works with this build. And just why I ain't that back. So, you are around, I can talk about the leveling side. Well, we'll just see if he's about. If he isn't, I've dropped him a message to say watch the beginning 5 minutes of this video at the moment, where I talk about how we make the AoE so big. The Spark Notes version of that is it's this thing here, Seismic Cry, plus Sand Stance, plus 8 endurance charges, which you get in maps, which with this perk here, Unyielding, gives you that 6% increased area of effect per endurance charge, and I think there's even one more thing. I talked about it at the beginning. It's, yeah. All of those together make you blow up the screen. It's fantastic. And that's even bigger in a map. But that's the Spark Notes version. You guys remember that? Right, what do we want to do next, huh? We can see if there's any more maps for completion here. There's another one. Oh, look, here's 2 more. Yeah, I should go back and do these. Not that one. Can anyone tell me, either of you picked up on why I can't do this map? You know why I can't do that one? Scary shit. Definitely not going to do that. We can do this one. I probably went away too quickly. I'll give you a second just in case you did see why I can't do that map. Oh, that was easy. This is a pretty low tier map compared to where we are, so this should be pretty trivial. Something's still alive. Hello. Don't do that. Nothing too exciting is going to happen in this one. Although it's kind of cool. Look, this is all like lock boxes on this map. Unyielding? I don't yield. It's so funny. Whenever someone swears, I have to like manually approve the message. My like auto mod or whatever filters it. Why is it doing that? I need to turn that shit off because I don't care about people swearing. Bonk. Oh my god, this is very noisy. Oh, we've got a tower defense thing to do here. We'll do that quickly. Where are they? Okay, they're both sides. So we're gonna do... Ow. Stop it. Looks like way more of a choke point here, right? So we'll do a frost tower, stun tower, minion tower, and then we'll just start it up. I'm just gonna do a few ice crackers down here, and then we've got to go to the other side because this is way closer to the portal. But we need to keep an eye on both sides here because it's annoying when they spread out like this. Luckily, that's why we put a frost thingy here, right? I like Blight. Blight's always been fun to me. Alright, we're juicing. Juicy attacks there. A few things breaking through. These guys have got bubble shields. Yeah, there we go. I had to get inside the bubble shield to blow them up there. You may have seen that. But the reason I couldn't do that last map, in case people are curious, it had melee physical reflect on it. I'm pretty sure, I haven't tested that, but I don't even want to, because I'm pretty sure I will just kill myself as soon as I attack anything. We do a stupid amount of physical damage, so yeah, it stands to, you know, pretty sure I would just die instantly. Oh, this is the only one on the market cracks me up. They're jewels! Real jewel, look at this, it is genuine, only one on the market, just for you. Yeah. I just wanted to make sure the guy knew that he had listed it, like, too cheaply, but then it turned out he was trying to just scam and list it for too expensive, so that's fun. Oh. I wouldn't, on principle, have bought, like, if he was a new player that was selling that for 4 chaos, like, legitimately, I wouldn't have bought that on principle. I would have been like, dude, you need to not sell this to me. You need to relist this thing for a lot more than you're selling it for. Got this deal just for you. So I think this map has no enemies in it. They're all in the strong boxes, which is interesting. It's one I haven't seen before. You see what I mean? Like, it's all just strong boxes. If I was doing this optimally, I would roll the strong boxes and turn them into better ones, but I just can't be bothered, so I'm just gonna keep going. Ow. I assume the boss will not be inside a box. Oh, thingy's back. How cool was that that pirate boss fight though? That was pretty awesome. I did enjoy that. Oh my god, stop dodging. Very nice. Oh, there's a lot of strong boxes. And a breach over here. That's cool. Just blow the screen up. Excellent. Who's still alive? Ah. Yeah, it was a cool fight. I really did enjoy that. That's a cool new one. Again, that's all just like new free league content that they've added. It's pretty awesome. It's a great new boss fight. I'd do that again for 50,000 gold. Hopefully the next time we do it, we'll have some big single target damage upgrades, or just have like better flask charge generation or something. Because then we could, it will be a lot easier. We get swarmed by waves of enemies here. So we're just going to kind of chill and hit the ground every now and then. Yeah, he was tanky. But I honestly think that's because he might have had like good cold resistance, and we didn't have any flasks to penetrate through cold resist, right? It's another reason why that necklace gives such a massive damage increase, because it would be cold resistance penetration at all times. Just straight up. Like 30% or something stupid. Oh, we don't want to be here. Yeah, that was a high level boss as well. Like, that was a level 84 zone. And in terms of, I don't know what the highest tier map we've done so far is, but like, hello? There's a unique enemy in there. That was definitely the hardest boss we had fought so far, which is really cool. Have we found the boss fight yet? This was a weird map. Let's go Blood Stance for this one. Oh my god, what is happening in here? This thing hurts a lot. Oh, I think there was two of them, that's why. There was two of them and they were both just projectile spamming. And then I froze them and then they died. Yeah, I need to completely redo this Atlas tree, but that's fine. Oh, look at all the shit in my inventory. Where did this come from?
What have you got for me? Happy
Sell those straight up. The rest, I think, will just pop away. Deal with it all later, yeah. That's an after lunch job, going through and sorting all this crap out. Right, I'm gonna do a quick DPS check on my path of building. I import my build. See what we're actually at right now. I think that's because we've taken out our diamond flask. But honestly, I think we can probably remove these two nodes now. There's so many options here. I really don't like losing this diamond flask, right? If I just copy it, I think I put it here, right? Where did I put my diamond flask, everyone? I better not have sold it, like a potato. Oh, in here. Okay. Oh my god, look at that. That's really good. We should be using this. Do you see what that says there? 34% chance to gain a flask charge when you deal a critical strike. This is what we need. That's what I need on like all my flasks, if I can do that. Probably good for the occasional a-hole, but something, yeah. Oh, don't be uncertain. As long as you don't say anything like racist or offensive, I don't really care. And if you do, the auto mod should pick it up. So, and then I'll tell you off. But no, I don't think that's gonna happen, right? I do not worry at all about a bit of swearing. So I just need to fiddle with my auto mod settings to get it to not make me manually approve. We're actually, do you see this? We're missing a couple low tier maps here. Look, Overgrown Shrine we've never done. Moon Temple and Relic Chambers. Wow, we need to go back and just shit on these white tier maps back here. The real low tier white ones. We've missed a few. Ooh, we did just get a new one though. Bell Fry. That's good. So what I want to do real quick is just smack this into path of building. I just got distracted. Yeah, look, if I use this flask, it's at 200,000 average damage. Because it gives us 9% extra crit chance, and yeah, it's just good. It's just really good. Yeah, flask charges on crit. That's what we need though. Like, that actually makes so much sense. The whole build revolves around critting, right? So If we put that flask on, we're up to a 64% crit chance. Which we could make 60, just shy of 69 if I take the power charges back. Where are my respec things? Because I don't think this has done anything for me, so fuck off. I'm going to take this point and put it somewhere else. Which for now could be just a new jewel. I might get a new jewel. Probably go for boss situation. Yeah, exactly, because it's less needed on the health flask, as we've seen, because we've got all the different war cries. But for a crit flask, that's really good. Because that means that I can be constantly getting that back up of the boss fight and then giving myself, like, what, 10% extra damage and blah, blah, blah. I don't know if we can do it on these two, because these are legendary flasks, right? But, yeah. Well, there's a really good one of those Pandemoniuses right now for 2.5 divines on the trade website. If only I had 2.5 divines. Let me just quickly smack some stuff in. Mana hit. Is that one grants Fla mana per hit? Nope, sure isn't. Oh, we've got a jewel that does this. Let's just have a look at that. It is called gain 1 mana per enemy hit by attacks. Oh, honestly, we shouldn't need any more than that. 1 jewel with that. Realistically, we hit with Ice Crash. It blows up the screen. That's hitting, what, like a bajillion enemies at the same time? We definitely should not need more than one of those. So what we could do is just get cold damage. I'm gonna basically get another jewel as my point here for the time being, but only if I have a good jewel to put it into. Actually, speaking of, we've got like 4 trillion of the damn things here. Don't need to look at all of them, luckily. Just these ones. And these ones. Before we go about buying something, let's just quickly, what we can do is just identify every single one of these and then just type in like cold at the bottom and it should tell us if anything rolled a cold modifier. Oh, I should turn path building off again. Keep forgetting to do that, so you can see what I'm doing here. Oh, I need some water, dude. Right, so everything is identified there. We'll take some more wisdom scrolls there. And now we're just going to type in cold. There we go. So these are the ones that could be worth looking at, right? Let's put them off to the side. Now, there's a full possibility that all of these are crap. We'll also type in axe. Yep, look, there's a couple axe ones. Anything else we care about, really? Crit, probably? Oh, God. Okay, look at this right now. Look at this one that I had just in my stash. 12% melee damage, 14 melee crit multiplier, and 13% damage with two-handed weapons. Brilliant. That's just been sitting in there. That's rubbish. That's not terrible. That's a chaos damage one. Don't need that. Lightning damage. That's swords. That's lightning skills. And dual wielding. 17 to crit strike multiplier. With two-handed melee weapons, okay. So let's have a look at these ones. That's no good. 14% increased damage with axes, blah, 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 blah. Nah. 40% increased damage. This one's not bad either. That's damage over time. Now, these are mostly going to be like minion gems, so I'm probably not going to use any of these looking ones here. But we have to check them. I honestly haven't seen any Star Trek, dude. So I probably haven't seen that trailer. Is it cringe or? Science gobbledygook and then say this is the power of math for you. Oh, brilliant. So the answer is yes, it's very cringe. Nope. Nope. That's not as good as what we have. 40% damage with axes, 17 to crit multiplier with cold skills, not bad. So let's have a look here real quick. This one really stood out. Damage, 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 right? Really cringe? Oh no. You have to link it on the Discord. That's only a 2.8% damage increase though, so that's not really inspiring too much joy for me. What about this one? That's a 2.4%. Same problem. Increased attack speed. That's a 2 point, no, that's a DPS decrease somehow. So maybe none of mine are very good. This one at most is a 3% damage buff. That one down there. That's my current best one. I like science. I think it would be better for me to buy one from the trade website that's got like a really good buff on it, being like, you're immune to corrupted blood. This is what my gut says to me. X damage. Oh, it's hot. No, you don't do that. You do count 1 of, and then you do pseudo X damage. I need to find a way to show you what I'm doing with the trade website here. This is kind of like the equivalent of the POE, no, sorry, the Dark Tide website, and what I've got set up on there. Increase physical damage with axes, that's kind of what we want, right? Or we want two-handed weapons, increase damage, or we want something like that. Let's see what that spits out. Increase critical strike chance with cold skills. This isn't terrible, but I don't have the money for it. Actually, let me copy it first and put it in Path of Building. It didn't look bad though. This was a 10 chaos. Oh wow. This is why you check stuff in Path of Building, right? Look, this is actually only 1% damage. However, you do get this passive thing, corrupted blood cannot be inflicted on you. That's basically why I'm interested in it. I mean, that one already looks a bit better because it's got cold penetration. Nope, it's literally worse. Ignore me. Crikey. Yeah, I'm going to look at this stuff later. We don't even have that much money to buy stuff right now. So let's just stop. But then where do I put the point again? This is the problem.
What have you got for me?
I need to buy more fucking orbs of regret. This is awful, man. It's 1.8 to 1. I say 2 to 1. Someone will fill that. Okay, that was a lot quicker than I thought, but it did fill. I'm gonna refund this. I don't think it did anything for me. Yeah. This is the only Pandemonious in existence. Just for you, my friend. One-time offer. We could take the power charge again. Fuck, it's so hard to know where to put. Honestly, I'm just going to put that there and that there. We'll end up refunding that again. But that's fine. And I'm just going to smack in for now that jewel that we just found that was like, alright. This was a 3% damage buff. It'll do. How long am I going on vacation? It'll be a good couple weeks. So, yeah, I won't be about for a little bit. Really want the diamond flask back. So definitely no streaming. My potato laptop, I'd like to keep playing this, but I don't think the laptop will even survive the day if I do that. So I will just take a bit of a break for a while. We're going to do this map as well. But I will be on the Discord and hopefully putting some stuff in there, like my Darktide builds and stuff. And I guess for you, Hiver, I could put some of my Vermintide builds as well. That could be fun. Yeah, we could juice that up. Alright, I'm doing this lower tier map for map completion, so we should, in theory, literally shit all over this poor thing. This is gonna be, like, just sad. I almost fucking died, so... Still gotta pay attention though, right? Can't just turn brain off. I think it's Monster's Poison on hit again. I think we're gonna need to deal with that. I wanna get hit by something. Yeah, look at that, right there. That was a test that I just took there. I just did a little test. I was like, I'm gonna get hit by a monster and see how much the poison damage does. And I almost fucking died instantly. So that's gonna be going right to the top of my list of notes there. Which is fix this poison damage problem. I don't like it at all. It's terrifying. That's absolutely terrifying. I'm pretty sure that's what killed me on the boss fight in the just earlier today. Was this early Kitava? Yeah. As soon as I saw it was early Kitava, I should have gone and got my Chaos Flask, dude. That was very stupid of me. We take so much extra damage from Chaos. He literally just went, fuck you, and one-shot me. Yeah, we definitely can see... Yeah, we need some water after this. I might take a break after this map, honestly. We definitely can see what the build needs right now. Damage is amazing. We've just got a couple of little defenses that need to be shored up. Look at this, dude. My health is just dropping to near zero when I get hit because of the poison. That's actually crazy. I'm going to research that over lunch as well, what I can do to fix that. Look, 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 look. Ooh, this is so punishing. Wow. This is terrible. POE, poison, immunity. I want to get that yesterday. Honestly, like, I'm taking, like, a stack or two. It goes to 2 to 3 stacks. So let's see. Oh, that's awful. You see how punishing it is, though, at this point, to lose that EXP from, yeah. Default base duration of poison is 2 seconds. You need a flask to cure it, or there's some armor that gives you immunity to poisons. You get boots of immunity to poison. None of these are very good for me. Is there any other way to get immunity to poison? I would love that. This just seems nasty. Now, technically, the problem might just be that my chaos resist is so bad, and as I have said on stream before, poison damage is chaos damage over time. So maybe the true problem here is just we just need to fix that and get that to be not negative. You know what I mean? It might not be that we need poison immunity. It might just be, Sam, enough's enough. Let's get a whole fuckload of chaos resist. I think that's probably what my gut's telling me at this point. So I will look into that. But yeah, like, this is just nasty, man. That's absolutely disgusting. It looks like it is chaos damage that's just fucking me. So we will try and keep the flask up. Maybe get a flask that restores itself when you crit again. The chaos though, that could be really good. Because yeah, that's not acceptable for a few random shitty mobs. And this is a low tier map. This is the thing that's really making the alarm bells ring. This is a lower tier map. We've shit on maps like double the tier of this, but just because they've got that poison on hit, it's actually quite scary, right? Alright, let's see if we can have a bit of a better showing against Guitar here. I'm actually going to portal out just to get my Chaos Resist Flask back up. And then I think I'll take a break. Definitely time for a break here. Hello? Go in the portal. Thank you. Yeah, I think we know what we need to do. I'm just going to write some notes for myself on... Like, he should go down fairly quickly. I'm not worried about my damage, but yeah, chaos damage is that this is not okay to have, That's absolutely crazy. A low tier map, just a couple mobs could blow me up. My flask is off cooldown again. Oh no, there we go. Yeah, we're fine now. Yeah, alarm bells be ringing. It's time to fix this problem. We've had this for too long as well, the chaos resist problem. Bonk. Bonk. Oh, we are not in Bloodstance, true. That's very silly of me. Alright, there we go. He is a cool boss. He's a very cool boss. Yeah, okay, that has really alerted me to a glaring problem though. Like if you ever see this, there's a reason it's in red, right? It's not okay. That's just not okay. We need to fix that now. So let's head back. Quickly just clean up a few things here, and then I might take... Yeah, I might take a bit of a break. I've been streaming for... Does this command work? Does this command work? Stream Elements? You onto it today? 3 hours, 46 minutes? Holy fuck. That's a long one. Yeah, I think it's time to stop for a bit. But yeah, that's been super, super fun. I'll probably just have some lunch and do a bit of looking into this stuff. I think we'll just have to... If you look here, I think I know exactly what we need to do. We're overcapped on all our normal resistances now. So this necklace and this ring just need to be replaced. And shortly after that, both of these as well. Like that one I'll probably just... the chest piece I'll probably keep for a bit longer because it's a 6th link. That's going to be a bit more expensive, and that's got some okay resistances for the time being. But these 3, all of those I think need to be replaced. Because if you look here, I'm actually convinced that's my only source of chaos resistance right now. How terrible is that? 20% on a ring. That's it. That's not okay. So we'll get some more on the ring. We'll get a way better necklace, and we'll get a shitload of it on there as well. Oh no, I tell a lie, there's 29% on my necklace at the moment. So we'll juice that up, and we'll probably be able to get some on the belt as well, yeah? And if we do all of that, I think then we don't need to be carrying the Chaos Flask around, we don't need to be, which gives us more DPS, and then we won't be worried about Poison Dot or Chaos damage. Because the 3 deaths I have had today have been to one boss that hit me with poison and chaos, a second boss that hit me with straight chaos to the face, and some trash fucking mobs that did poison dot. So there's clearly a theme here. Top priority is getting more chaos resist, right? Yeah, red definitely means you should pay attention. It's the most important thing if you do play this game, however, is make sure Fire, Cold, and Lightning are 75%. You have to do that. You'll just die all the time if you don't. But, like Chaos, you can kind of, you know, as you've seen, be doing all right. But, yeah, you get to certain points where you're just going to die to Chaos damage. So we need to fix it. That's fine. We will do that. Still got a 100% chance to hit, so I'm not worried about accuracy or anything. Yeah. So there you go. That's what I'm thinking. All of these bits of jewelry are the next upgrades for the build. Then we'll be followed by the 6th link chest piece. Then we'll be followed by another axe, unless we find a really good cheap one sooner. In which case, hell yeah, let's get another axe, right? So there you go. That's kind of the gist. That's what I'm gonna do next. Yeah, no, Vermintide time for you. That's awesome. Have fun. I should post some of my builds in the Discord for you pretty soon. I think that'll be fun. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'm gonna take a bit of a break. So bye everyone. Thanks, Ivan.